All right, welcome to the Franchise Time Machine. We've got create our roster tonight, but we have a special guest. Paul Sporer is going to be playing. He's played previously, um, and also just like last time, everyone's chasing EVC and NYC too, who set a new record in create a roster, third cycle in a row that he's done this. It's kind of amazing, especially if you watch this game. You know how much RNG is involved in the player creation and during the season, and then you always have the wild card of the computer making decisions. It's crazy to me that three cycles in a row EVC is able to come in and take first place. So Paul's gonna take a shot today. He played previously in OOTP27. I can't remember. I don't know if we saw him in 26. I don't think we did. Um, but he definitely played in 25, and he's back again to play in 27. Um, I have his form, so we're ready to go. I don't know if he's going to be able to do voice chat, but we'll see. And let's see. Let's take a look at. Oh, the pack giveaway form is already pinned to the chat. And I'll go over it again when the raid comes in. I know Dr. Dynastic is about to bring all his folks over, which we always appreciate. But here's the roster file. Let's take a peek. Okay, the column on the left in the blue is the most recent one. Wait, why does that say max? Oh, because I'm looking at 26. I was looking to see if Paul played in 26. Here's 27. Here's Paul's entries on the left here. So building kind of up the middle and then right field. I mean, catcher spreading out his starting pitchers across legend, star, average, bench, and scrub. So that'll be interesting. I don't think we've seen that before, so that'll be interesting. And then did go relief pitcher relatively high, which I think is good. Good level closer and an average level closer. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 pitchers in the scrub level. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. So we got all 5 starting pitchers. This is a build we haven't seen before, so this will be really interesting. I think it's actually built like a real team, which may or may not be helpful. Because most real teams have a frontline starter, right? Like an ace, and then if you're lucky, you go 2 or 3 deep before you have kind of your uh, the back end of your rotation. But that also means he's going to be able to have some bats further up, and we've seen in studs and duds that works really well. So we'll see what happens here. So Paul, if you're in the chat, let me know if you want to do voice chat, and then I can bring you into the stream. Let me make sure Paul has a link to my Discord. All right, so that should be. I'll send the link just in case, but that should connect him to the Discord. Dr. Dynasty, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm looking forward to boosting my player when the lab is open again. Had a really fun time in Red Rock League last season. Looking forward to more in the upcoming season. And for those of you who are rating in and are new to Red Rock League, you're in for a lot of fun. It's a good time. But what we're doing here tonight is we're playing Creator Roster, which is a game I've set up in the base game that's open to anyone in our community. It's just a channel point redemption. Or if you get a tier 2 sub, you get 1 free game per month. If you do a tier 3, you get 2 per month. I had to create those when I got an actual tier 3 sub. But yeah, so we have a good time playing these games. You get, for your roster build, you get 4 legend level players, 4 star level players, 3 good, 4 average, and then 5 bench and 6 scrub. And there's a form you fill out in advance, so you know what positions you want at what level. And yeah, we run the player creation for everybody. If you've watched Red Rock League player creation, it'll feel kind of similar. We do 5 players at a time. You get to choose 1 to keep. The other 4 get deleted.
Why do you keep
1
following
round
me
you can
around?
choose to do a reroll, which you can replace all the players that you got. You get presented to you. Constant Law 27. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. And so the pack giveaway form, it's a little long. The upfront section is survivor style, so you have to keep getting questions right to keep advancing. And that only determines first place. Even if you get knocked out early in that, everyone gets to come back in for second place. And that's just a point per question, and we just add them up. And we have a lot of fun with that. It's 7 packs for first place and 3 packs for second place. Yeah, let's take a look at the roster file. We'll ask Paul to comment on this when he joins us. He's with Char right now. They'll be in shortly. So pretty typical build up front at the legend level. Building up the middle, starting pitcher. Some people will go first base or corner outfield looking for a big bat. So there's our right fielder here. And then did go relief pitcher relatively early, which I think is good. That's been something more and more people have started doing, which I think is a good change. I think initially people thought, bullpen was kind of a wasted pick, but especially when you get to the postseason, you need to have at least a couple of decent arms in the pen. You do have the benefit in the postseason. You can go to a 4-man rotation. Your 5th starter becomes another good bullpen piece, but it does help you get through the regular season, the postseason better if you can have a couple of good relief pitchers, which Paul has here. He's got a good level, an average level closer. And then going bats, more offense heavy up front, moving some of the pitchers to the back end. And it's a fun, interesting build. We haven't seen this, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. One thing I am looking forward to asking him is, it almost feels like this is built like a real team, like a real major league team. So I'm kind of curious to see if that's kind of what was in his mind when he was building this. I should make sure he has enough pitchers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, you can go 11 to 13 pitchers. So he has 6 relievers and 5 starters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, he has 6 starters. All right, so we'll ask him which one of these he wants to turn into either a relief pitcher or a position player. Let me make sure. 1 legend, 2 star, 3 average, 4 bench. He's got 2 down here at scrub. So we'll see if he wants to change one of those to either a relief pitcher or a position player, and then we should be good. I think relief pitcher gets him to 12 pitchers, which I think is probably better than going with 11. Oh, here he is. I think he's here. Let me see. Yeah, there he is. Let me get this into the stream. All right, Paul, you should be in the stream now.
Hello.
Hey, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah. You're our second, like, celebrity contestant. EVC and NYC2 was our first, and you're our second.
Thanks.
I've got your roster choices up here on the screen, and I noticed you have 6 starting pitchers, I think, by mistake. So do you want to turn one of the scrub starting pitchers into a reliever?
I can't take a 6th as a reliever? Okay, then just do a reliever.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only... For regular creator roster, there aren't a lot of rules because it's kind of hard to game the system. That's the only thing is you can't take extra starters and turn them into relievers and get the stuff boost.
You said you were surprised I built it like a real roster. Should I not have done that?
Well, I think the thing is, scrub level starting pitchers and relief pitchers are pretty bad.
How many of those do I have?
You have one. You have one bench and one scrub. Yeah. But I do like that you took some bullpen pieces higher up. You took a good level closer and an average level closer and a relief pitcher. I think that's good.
I didn't know if closer or reliever is better or not. I figured closers might be better.
We did some extensive testing in OOTP27, and the only real difference we saw was there were a lot fewer lefty closers, 10% lefty closers, 25% lefty relievers. But in terms of like stuff and stamina and everything, they seem to be like pretty similar.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think if you were going to make a change, I would say promote this scrub level starting pitcher to something else.
I guess just trade him with the catcher.
Okay, or you could switch him with your backup shortstop or backup.
Maybe the bench second baseman.
Bench second. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Bench second baseman becomes an SP, and scrub second baseman. Okay.
Cool.
All right. And you took Detroit. You're actually the third person to take Detroit. Detroit's been pretty popular in regular and low ball creator roster because of the ballpark factors.
Easy to. Okay. I was thinking easier division too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is part of it too. But yeah, the ballpark factors I think appeal to a lot of people. Yeah.
Helps me be a homer, but it really wasn't that.
And then but was that in your mind? Were you like thinking of what a real roster looks like and then building it kind of based on that?
Yeah, absolutely. Built it from the middle out.
Yeah.
And how I thought it could be. I mean, that's how I build my sim teams.
Yeah.
When I play the base games, so hopefully it doesn't lead me astray totally.
All right. Well, let's give it a shot. Let me go ahead and get you set up here. We're gonna go. Let's see. Do you remember anything from when you played in 26 or 25, OOTP27?
Yeah, I feel like I remember some things for sure.
The one new thing is you get a reroll now. So if you don't like one of your rounds, you can reroll the whole batch.
That's a nice little quirk right there.
Yeah. That's been a very popular change. It also,
and I not use their reroll.
You'd be surprised how many people take it into the locker room with them. It's because you keep thinking, oh, I don't know, I might need it later, and it keeps getting kicked down the road. And you know the reason I added it in is I think Ezra Denny talks about, because he likes board games and strategy games too, not just OTP. And he always talks about how like the most important thing in the game that makes the game fun is like important decisions. And I was like, oh, this is like a really cool decision that everyone can make, which is like, when do you want to use your reroll?
That's a great decisional lever.
And also, it keeps you from having to play through like a crappy player generation round. So
yeah.
All right, so everything's set up now. This might be sad for you. I'm going to delete out the roster here. The original roster.
Damn. It's so hard to say goodbye.
Yeah, Thanos finger snap, and they're gone. All right, so here we go. We're going to go one at a time here, and I'll go in the order they're in the form. Create fictional players. So first up, we have your shortstop.
Okay.
And is your like archetype legend level shortstop, is it Alan Trammell, or do you have like something else in mind?
No, probably more A-Rod.
Okay.
I love Tram, but he was more glove first.
Yeah.
which is valuable, but I want someone to mash.
And then everyone gets these same views. So this is so you have overall avoid K, Babbitt, power and I, versus lefty control power I, versus righty control power I. And then for catching, we show you blocking and arm. For infield, we show you range and turn double play. For outfield, we show you range and arm, and then speed, stealing, and overall defense.
It's got to be Tim Willie, I think.
Yeah, Tim Wilson looks pretty good.
Or
that combination
Antonio, but yeah. I'm going with Tim.
Okay. Drew Shanks, if you want to go glove first.
Yeah, he's got an insane glove. Antonio's pretty good too. I think Avery's the worst.
Yeah. So
He's
Tim
just going to
Wilson?
strike out too much. Yeah.
Yeah. The 75 avoid K in 2025, I think, will work pretty well.
Yeah, that feels huge.
Tim Diz. So one of the things we do is anytime we run into an interesting nickname, I'll look it up on. Sorry, that was
to see who
the
it
user
is?
at the band. Yeah, to see if it was a real one. And sometimes, like, we can't find it in the database. Does that mean that, like, someone at OOTP made it up?
Yeah, I guess, because, yeah, I wonder where some of them come from that you can't find. I don't know. And then there's others that are on BREF that aren't in the game that I don't really understand that either.
Yeah, next time I'll make a short list of the ones because I want to bounce them off to see where they came from. Because some of them are amazing, and we're like, well, it's not in BREF, so.
But he already has the nickname Dizzy Dean, so.
Yeah, and this is Diz too, so.
Yeah, I don't know why he would need it shortened.
All right, while you look at your center fielders, let me look it up in BREF where Diz might come from.
Oreo looking great. Benares. Cody Down, not bad either. It's a pretty good group. I think it's the meat in the middle there that are the choices.
If you want me to delete any to make it easier for to see, I could do that too.
No, that's okay. I mean, Cruz is not getting picked with 55 range and 45 avoid K. If you really want to delete him, you can. But Linares or Gregorio for me. I think I'm going to go Gregorio. I'll take the power hit, get some power elsewhere.
All right, go contact eye here.
Yeah, that 90 BABIP is bananas.
Yeah. Jordo is the nickname. The best is these nicknames are like they're clearly based on a name, but the name doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah, when they clearly belong to somebody else,
yeah.
It's like, okay, they stole that.
So Diz is Howie Reed, who played from 1958 to 1971.
Good to know.
He's a pitcher, yeah.
Had no idea on that one.
All right, next up we've got your starting pitcher. This will be your ace.
Sweet, give me a stud here.
All right, let me switch views to the pitcher view. So pitchers, you get stuff, home runs, suppression, PBAB, and control. And then the splits, you see stuff in HRA versus lefties and versus righties. And then stamina, velocity, stamina, ground ball, fly ball, and hold. And then we do let you see if there's a knuckleball or not.
Sweet. It's Roberto, I think.
Roberto Balderrama?
Yeah, trying to see here. It's him or Ward. It's one of the bookends. But yeah, I think it's Roberto for me.
Okay. Yep.
BABIP's down, but everything else is great.
Yeah, top stuff HRA combination. Good control.
Yeah, love what he's got.
Ball. Goods. You love what he's got.
Goods.
He's got the goods.
He's got the goods, exactly. Yeah, XGB, which I like as well. It's just so much to be excited about with him.
All right. Next up is your right fielder.
Sweet.
You thinking like a Miggy type here?
That'd be great. Yeah, early Miggy. Just someone that, going to be that power focused stud.
All right, there you go.
And we got plenty of that. Holy Moses. Burr's got the 90 power, but 35 avoid K max. I think I'd take the 80 power of Frank Martin and get 60K. He's got the best combo, I think. Those 35 avoid Ks are going to be tough.
Interesting. All left-handed throwers and all left-handed batters, but one switchy.
Except for Escalante. Wow.
Yeah. This is a crazy
Escalante
pool.
got a hose. Parada got a hose. Yeah, there's some heat here. But yeah, I just think that 35 avoid Ks is just going to be too limiting. So I think that does eliminate Parada and Burr, which leads it to Escalante and Martin. And I think it's Escalante. Got the better arm.
Yeah, 70 arm in right field is pretty nice.
Yeah, Frank Martin a little bit better bat, but yeah, I think Escalante gave me the switch hitter.
Okay. Yeah, switch hitter might be big too.
I like that a lot.
All right. Plays a little bit of left. Most of the corner outfields do have both.
That's great, so we can move him over there if necessary. Or I guess the team. Kai is his nickname. Who the hell's nicknamed Kai?
Let's see.
That's going to be hard to find because you're going to find like Kaisers and all that sort of stuff. Mike Fires is nicknamed Kai. Interesting.
He's the only one I see that's just Kai.
Yeah. And Smokey. You take the 90 homer guy. I mean, he looks great, but that 35 avoid K I think is going to be pretty limiting, Max. Like, he's nasty. He's 90 power is truly filthy. He'll be very good. Peak Dave Kingman type stuff.
All right, we're going down a level now to star. You've got catcher, second base, another starting pitcher, and a third baseman.
Sweet.
All right, so let's go catcher. Now, what will happen as you go down at least one level, you'll see just a little more variance. So you'll still get some, if you're lucky, you'll still get some tippy-top caliber players in the mix. But you'll start getting a lot more lower levels too.
Mediocre ones, yeah.
Yeah. But this is also where if the dice roll goes bad, you might get stuck without like that. You know, you just need 1 out of 5 to be really good, but sometimes it doesn't happen.
We'll slam that re-roll if we have to.
Yeah. No, you got some good ones here. All the defenses are above average, so glove won't be a problem.
Yep, that's fantastic. I would take even Santa Maria at 60, so everyone's clearing the bar there, so we can go right into the offense. Barry Goldstein is insane with the power. Avoid K. Jeffrion is a little bit more slappy. Pablo Lopez. Oh, he's shifted from pitching. He's actually insane too. 70 ability.
He wants to pitch to himself.
Yeah, a little Bugs Bunny style. I think he might be my guy. Yeah, I think Pablo Lopez.
All right,
let's do it.
Lopez. There is a chance that, if you were to get traded in this sim, you would have a Pablo Lopez battery.
And that could be fantastic. If the Twins are busted and they say, hey, here you go. Give me both Pablos.
All right, first star level pick.
Pitching to each other.
Okay, who is Beauty? I thought you might know this one off the top of your head. It seems knowable.
Yeah, it does, and I think it's somebody like old timey, but I can't place it.
You're right. It is. They're two old timey guys.
Is it Beauty? It's not Beauty McGowan. I don't.
He's one of them.
Because he was named that. We have cards of that.
He's
but
Frank
it's like
McGowan.
Somebody super old timey that
they're
I
in
know
the hall
name because of the game. Is it? It's not Jack Glasscock because that's like Pebbly, which is weird.
Yeah, Pebbly Glasscock is about the dirtiest sounding combination you can get.
I don't think I'm gonna get it, but it's in that realm. I think.
Yeah, it's in the group of Hall of Famers that like are not readily known Hall of Fame. Dave Bancroft.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say George Davis. It's the same vibe. Old school elite shortstop. I couldn't get my head. I was gonna say Peck and Paw next, so I was never getting there. Dave Bancroft. He was insane, but I only know that from this game.
There's like a mixed bag of those older Hall of Famers that just like feel like a blur to me sometimes.
Absolutely. And that I learned exclusively from this game.
Yeah, for sure. And then sometimes like the card skews my vision of them until I have
Oh,
to go look for them
100%.
for a sim, and then I'm like, this doesn't look like the card I'm used to seeing.
Like, what is this guy?
All right, third base. I've noticed in some of my live drafts, I'll take Bobby Witt Jr. and then towards the end of the draft, I'm like, wait, why can't he pitch? Because of that diamond card that you created.
Yeah, I love that Father's Day card.
I do too. I think it's a lot of fun.
I had that plan last year and didn't quite get it pulled together in time. And then this year I was like, I got to do a father-son where one's the hitter, one's a pitcher. And we just combine them. It'd be really, really cool if we could truly combine them and where the pitcher was, 1980s Bobby Witt, so he only qualified for 1980s stuff. Like, that'd be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
But that's, that's next level. This is the first level, and maybe we build from there.
That card's a draft saver, too. Like, I'll get to a draft, I don't have enough pitchers. I'm like, oh, that's right, Bobby Witt Jr. can pitch.
Oh, yeah, I have Bobby Witt Jr. here ready to dominate. Like, he can be a pretty darn good pitcher, too. He's
especially in Modern, that
yes.
Stuff HRA combination. Really
his
like
shape
that.
is made to be sneaky good.
All right, here we go. Second base.
Another star.
Star level. Sweet Lou.
Oh, yeah, would love something like that.
Again, really good defenses across the board here. The worst defense is a 50 average. So.
It's Josh Jones, and let's not even make it crazy.
Josh Jones?
No need to deliberate. I know people might want to look at the other names, but it's Josh Jones.
Big contact bat, tied for best defender, 75 speed.
15 better range, or 10 better range than the three other guys there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, slamming that one.
Josh Jones. Yeah, this is a good one. The arm is questionable, but he's at second base, so it doesn't really matter in the sim.
Right, that's where you're going to take a lesser arm.
Yeah. Okay, this guy's great. This is a steal at star level, I feel like.
Steven is his nickname.
Josh Steven Jones.
Okay. Okay, Steven, sure.
There must be a wild story behind that one, Steven.
Right, that's crazy. Wow. Oh, it was my grandfather's name. Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
All right, starting pitcher.
Another yarn.
Average.
All right, so our second guy here, kind of a co-ace.
This is the batting, so don't be disturbed by all the red. All right, here we go. Yeah, I got some good profiles here.
All right,
staminas are up too across the board because your ace I think had 50 stamina, so this is a good number 2 guy.
That is fantastic. All right, I think we're looking at the bookends again with that 70-60 homer combo homer combos, including 75-65 for Brian Dodd. They all give up the BABIP, which seems to be pretty customary that it lives in the 50-55 range. Controls are excellent down the line. Yeah, I think we go in a combo there. It's 5 control for Villalobos versus 5 stuff for Dodd. Both righties. Couple votes in the chat for Villalobos. I'll let them be the tiebreaker.
Yeah, Villalobos also maybe a little less splitty too, but it comes down to whether you prefer the control over the stuff, right?
Yeah, the 70 control is pretty nasty.
Yeah.
All right, we're sitting nice here. Good call on the splits, y'all. I hadn't even noticed that. I wasn't dialed in on that as well.
Okay. Next up is this finishes out your star level round is your third baseman.
Sweet hot corner here.
Okay. Back to the batter view. Ooh, a lot of blue and teal here. That's what we like to see.
Heck yeah. All right, so Ivan Almaraz has some good range. Not as concerned on the defense here. If we don't get it, we don't get it. Because we want a monster bat. He is the best defender. But Carlos, De Santiago, where in the world is Carlos De Santiago? about to be on my roster is where they're going to be. 70, 80 power I, yeah.
All
I
right.
think we're slamming Carlos. It's a
Yeah,
good group.
these guys that are flat but way above average, these guys play really well.
Beardsley and Fillmore looking good too. A lot of heat there.
Yeah,
We
this
got a
is
good round. Yeah,
there's no bad pick in that. Frolic is
I
an
agree.
amazing nickname. I gotta see
Frolic.
who is Frolic.
Yeah, who is Frolic?
There is
indeed?
no Frolic nickname. It just pulls up one guy named David
Dave
Frolich.
Whoever the heck that is.
Yeah.
I love it.
So this is example, like, this got into the game somehow, but not through VRAF.
Right. And I'm so curious as to how that was.
It is a fantastic nickname.
It's great.
It's the opposite of Steven. This is like a name that has a story behind
Right.
it.
Someone caught frolicking in the outfield and they're supposed to run in hard and they called him Frolic as a negative nickname.
All right, next we go down a level to good. Now, this is one of the differences. So, between OOTP25, which you played last, and 26 and 27, Scrub and Bench got a little bit better. So we had to kind of bring something down, and so we took away a good level pick. So this feels tight. It's like a tight tournament with only 3 picks. Yeah, first base, closer, and left field. And I do like taking a relief pitcher this high, so I think that's a good pick there.
Yeah, I don't like to eschew bullpen. I know Max has picked up the mantle, but, you know, I did my big Marshall plan in the PTCS last year where I took a diamond and a perfect as cornerstone bullpen pieces. It didn't work, but I still like the plan.
All right, here we go. Good level. Okay, you don't always get blue and teal here, but you actually have quite a bunch in this
Oh, yeah, we got some monster power. Pat Smizer, more of like a John Olerud type. Yeah, it's Gore. It's definitely Gore. But good group for sure.
Yeah,
with,
Seth Gore,
plenty of
Power
take-hole
Eye.
guys.
It's
Yeah,
good
just
when you can get the
slam
Power
that.
Eye with the above 50 avoid K. That's a really good
Exactly.
combination.
Ellis bringing the 35 there really undercuts him in comparison to Gore, especially.
Now, how much thought did you give to Smizer, the contact god here?
A lot. Like it's between those two, but I think if it's later in the draft, that maybe we've already got the power, I could shift there. But
Yeah,
first base is a power position as well, so I figure let's go straight forward with the big power guy.
yeah, this guy looks really good,
Big beat.
especially at good level. This is definitely a steal at good level.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Kills righties too. Strong.
All right, next up is closer. So first relief pitcher, first bullpen piece.
All right, let's get that stud locked and loaded here.
Oh, this guy's got 55 BABIP.
Oh, nice. Dave Espinoza trying to get some knocks. We love to see it.
Ooh, you got some blue stuff here, which you don't always see.
Yeah, that's actually going to go a long way. I don't love that it comes with 45 homers, but I think it's Clark or Garza. 5 homer for 10 stuff. I think we'll take the 10 stuff and let 99 to a 101 do the job. I think we go Ron Clark here.
Yeah, I also, don't underestimate the 5 extra control you're getting here, too.
Oh, yeah,
With
that's
Ron
a great
Clark.
point.
Yeah. And with these pitching staffs, this 40 stamina might end up being the most important thing in the end.
I love me a true stopper. Good call, Max. Max noticed the stam as well.
Toast. That's a great nickname.
Toast. Oh, well, not for a reliever, it's not.
That's true. I didn't think about that. That is true.
Toast doesn't show up on BREF either. So, random nickname.
Yeah. Random cool nickname, though.
Very cool. Yeah, that one's better than Steven.
All right,
Come
next
on
up
in,
we've got,
Steven.
this is your last good level pick, so it flies by.
Okay. So, big one here. And then we
left
start
field.
getting into the scroobs.
Yeah. Well, you still have average, but average...
Not literally. Not
Yeah,
literally. Not
yeah.
literally. But figurative scrubs.
All right, good
But there is a
level.
scrub tier, so
left
I got to
field.
be more precise with my words.
Okay, let's get your batting ratings up here. Oh man, still getting a lot of blue at the good level.
Hell yeah. All right, so our left fielder here. Now I think we've put some good power on the board, and BJ Fund is looking really interesting to me, y'all.
That
With that
contact eye
80
combo.
eye and the great combo of contact with it, 85 BABIP. I think we can sacrifice some pop there. Yeah, I think it's BJ Fund for me.
Who's the
I
comp
like that
here? Big
setup.
contact, big eye, no speed.
This is, well, I don't know if his walk rate's quite got there, but kind of like a Michael Brantley type, maybe.
Okay.
Let me see if his walk rates were up there. They were decent.
I mean, 80's
Yeah,
top scale. This guy's great.
yeah,
This
yeah,
guy's
yeah. We need somebody who like walks,
JJ
but
Mumford.
also doesn't have the power. That's actually I know whose nickname that is. That's Nico Goodrum's nickname. Don't ask me why, but that's who it is.
All right, let's see.
That I can tell you definitively. All right, so this guy might be playing a little bit like present day Taylor Ward, who was just sold out for I.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see here. I can find a better comp than
I mean,
that,
it's rare to come up with the top scale contact, top scale eye in the same player. That's
right. That's the thing, because a lot of times guys taking that many walks are just uh, 3-true outcome type guys, usually selling out for power, like Trent Grisham.
Max says
He
Quan.
does
Does Quan
that.
have that much eye?
Quan has had that much eye, yes, and he's actually starting to hit. He started the season dreadfully bad,
Yeah.
but he's been on a good track lately.
I don't think I've seen him where he said both at the same time. But if you ever did, then that would be a great comp, I think.
Yeah, and I would say like he's not quite at that, like, because like you said, it's top of the scale. So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
really need like big eye here, and that's the tough part to find.
Well, that's the fun about these creative players. Like he doesn't exist, but he's on your team.
Yeah, Quan is probably the best comp right now. He has a 13% walk rate, which is pretty good, and then a sub 100 ISO. Xavier Edwards. I really think Taylor Ward was 17% walk, which is way up there. 108.
You'd almost have to go PT
ISO.
Elite on one of those guys to get to this profile you just picked, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, so next up we've got the average level, starting pitcher, closer, relief pitcher, shortstop. I do like taking two bullpen pieces here.
Yeah, didn't want to thin out the pen too much to go with that stud guy we got. We can get two more here, hopefully already in a lefty.
Yeah. All right, so
Golly,
we're going.
what the hell did EVC get to win 125 games? I don't think he's going to be beat. That seems crazy.
He's only one win ahead of Deli Sports. So Deli Sports had 124.
Okay.
Last
so
time when
big numbers
EVC
are possible.
Yeah, the first time EVC did it, he broke the record by like 16 games. So it stood for the whole cycle.
Cooked. I remember
and then
that.
Smiley Face Jane beat him on the very last day.
Oh wow.
And then in 26 he beat the record by like 9 games, and then that lasted for like a few months. And so this one with only 1 game ahead, I thought, it might get knocked off pretty soon, but this is the 3rd run since then, and it hasn't happened yet.
So. This guy's a stud.
Yeah, I mean, to do it 3 times in a row is kind of nuts.
For real. This guy knows what he's doing out here.
Average age, average level, 5 of these. You're going to notice the quality drop quite a bit as we go down levels.
Yeah, I would figure it's about that time we're going to hit a real dip.
Yeah, so this is average level.
Okay. So we're looking for an average starter here. Think we want to make sure that they're not.
The good thing is you got a lot of stamina, so it's not going to kill your bullpen.
Yeah, they're all going to be able to eat up some innings. You like Lemus, Max? I don't know. I was actually going to be opting for the control more. I was kind of looking at Heiser. Just kind of boring. They're pretty similar, Heiser and Lemus. He does have the extra stamp. You know what? I'll go Lemus. You know what, Max? I'll do that. For the same reason you mentioned. He has 45 control, but he has the stamina to eat.
Yeah.
Eat
I also, to support Max, I also think not going below average stuff is a pretty big deal. Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
So, I think I like Lemus too. Good choice here.
Lemus.
We're getting to the range too of there are very few nicknames below good level.
Oh, come on, you got to give these guys some nicknames. Let's go. How dare you? OTP. Not you.
Yeah, I'm deleting them behind the scenes.
Yeah, I know. You see him and you're like, no, you can't have that nickname.
All right, closer, average level. Again, you just need to get lucky enough to get 1 out of 5 be good. So
Right. Don't need everything to come through.
see some blue, which we don't see a lot at average level.
And you know what? That blue might be enough to take because it's home run suppression. So yeah, the ball will be in play, but I kind of like that standout skill to go with some control. It is indeed Justiniano.
All right. You don't want Bob Ross painting the corners of that 60 control?
I kind of do because he's the second pick, but I like that 70 home run suppression. I hate giving
Yeah.
him homers.
I think at this level, when you can get something that's 70, I think that's like hard to pass up.
Yeah, take the premium skill.
Yeah.
And see where it takes you.
Yeah. At the very least, we'll learn from your run about, like, does this work?
I can be the guinea pig.
Oh, you know what? I need to go back and label your starting pitcher. Because sometimes the computer will do some shenanigans with the pitching staff.
Okay.
And want to make sure that your starters
Oh,
get
right.
to be starters.
Where they don't put them in.
Yeah.
I remember that from last year.
Your legend and star, the only pitchers you took were starters, so we're good there. But on this one, I need to make sure we can tell them apart. So, okay.
Sweet.
That was your closer, and then we have another relief pitcher, and then a shortstop.
Okay. 1955, you think 11 or 12 pitchers? Random question.
1955, I would have thought 10
Is it 10 or 11? Okay, I'm going to go 11.
I think I'd go 10.
I like to go a little, I like to go one over what most people are doing.
Because before 59, you can go 4 starters.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm just putting the finishing touches on my bronze cap here.
Average,
checking there.
5 of these. Relief pitcher. Yep, okay. Whoa.
Thanks, Max.
Now, this is an
All
interesting decision to
Ooh.
face.
So there's
70
a standout
stuff,
skill
20
again,
control.
but it comes with your most prototypical reliever ever of like nasty stuff, no clue where it's going.
Yeah.
And I do think that is disqualifying, Max. So don't even save your fingers. Don't even have to type Vicente because I'm not taking him. Then it's just 4 of the same guy.
The other thing with 20 is, like, above scale, it'll show you 85, 90. Below scale, it never shows you below 20.
Right.
So it could be a 5, and you would never
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
That's a great point. Max, I'm thinking a lefty. I know you're a crazy stuff guy, and I like standout skills too, but it's just too scary to take Vicente. I think I'm going to take one of the lefties there in the middle, Hensley or Knudsen. Severin Knudsen is an amazing name. But I think we'll go...
There's a little bit of splittiness difference if you care about that.
Yeah,
and
that's exactly what I was noticing. I'm going to go Hensley with the extra stam.
Yep.
And the better HRA VL.
Yep.
And VR.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I think very useful lefty arm here in the bullpen.
So where does... Oh, never mind. Sorry. I answered my own question by figuring it out. But yeah, I like this. This guy can work. Not amazing, but workable.
Decent holding runners too.
Yeah, we can do something with this.
All right, and then the last pick at the average level is a shortstop.
Thanks, Max. Yeah, that's what I had too, but I was just making sure if that was correct. I had not updated this in a while, so hopefully I can do my favorite thing, which is you update a roster and then you make a long run, and so then you can think that you did it all by making those changes.
Yeah, versus what happens with me usually, which is I make a big roster change and then I lose in the first round.
And you're like, well, all those changes are why I suck. There is the opposite feeling.
Ooh,
sure.
This is actually a decent amount of teal and green for average level.
A great average round here.
Yeah.
All right, and the range is all good on the shortstops. I mean, 60 is the low I want, but they all at least have that. So that's.
And by the way, the computer is still going to be looking for a DH out of these guys, which I don't think you have yet. So.
Right. Which is interesting. I think I'm looking at Mr. Adam Smith here. No power, but standout skills in a lot of spots. One of the 65 range guys. Turn double plays a bit lighter, which that's okay. But yeah, I think so, Max. That's kind of where I'm at. I like the 60i with the great contact profile. Let's go, Adam Smith.
Yeah, this is like the junior version of that 80 contact 80i guy you took earlier.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Now,
And
one
if he
thing
has
I do have
any-
to check. We've locked in Adam Smith, but Adam Eaton has 50 ranged, 60 outfield arm. I have to see if he plays outfield.
Oh, you would think he could.
The cake is a lie. He does not play outfield. He just plays
Wow.
shortstop. We get that a lot.
I would have thought that the shortstops in general had some extra positional viability.
No,
just by being
Flying
shortstop.
WV saying is always that the cake is a lie. Whenever we check, the cake is a lie.
Is it cake or not? Remember wasn't there a TV show about
Oh yeah, is it cake?
crazy?
He
Crazy that
also
they can
plays
make
some
things
second
look-
base.
Okay,
that's
good.
good,
So we did
yeah.
get some extra positioning there.
Yeah, so he can be a DH and or a really good backup middle infielder. In either case, I think you got a good one here.
Yeah, I like him. He got some loud skills.
All right, we're gonna head down a level now to bench, below average.
Bench,
Starting
bench
pitcher,
guys
center fielder,
starting to
right
get
fielder,
mediocre.
starting pitcher, catcher. So the back into your rotation, and then some backup.
Damn, yeah.
bench
All
pieces.
of his closers down here. Look at that. All closers for bench and a first baseman.
All right, so we're gonna start with bench level starting pitcher. Brace yourself. This could get ugly if you don't get a lucky one.
True.
You do still have your reroll though, so that might come in big here.
Great point. I did forget about it if I'm being real. Haven't felt like I
these are
needed
the bad
it yet, though.
ratings. I do see a 2.5 star down there. 2.5 stars, so that might not be too bad. Alright, as far as bench level pools go, this is decent.
All right, starter here. Babbitt's all the same. Fuentes or Payne. Reyes is interesting with the 45 control, but a lot of homers there at 35. I'm going to take Fuentes.
Fuentes, okay. The flattest profile, and I mean that in a good way. When you're below average, I think flat is pretty good.
Yeah,
no
none of those
holes.
red
no holes
skills.
Yeah.
Those red skills scare me.
And this is one where we're going to have to label him SP. Okay, so Fuentes. All right, next up, we've got a center fielder.
Okay.
Okay, can't pitch.
Dang.
Ooh,
35
some blue and teal. Like seeing that.
All right, so some guys who can make some contact. Even got a 65 range there with Jason Hatley, although he's not the good bat. That's okay, though. I'll take the mediocre defense and take one of the bottom three for sure. It's just a matter of which.
Mediocre defense is kind of kind for Mike Simpson.
That's true. Yeah, he has horrendous defense, especially at center field. Let's go David Ortega.
Okay.
We'll take his avoid K edge. Actually,
Yeah. No, go ahead.
yeah. I'm gonna stick with him. I'm gonna stick with Ortega. I like him.
Yeah, he has a little more pop than Ruffalo, and they both come
and
out
that's
to
the
the
other
same
one I was looking
contact
at.
split. So yeah,
Ruffalo would have been second.
Yeah.
With the better defensive profile.
All right. He can back up all three outfield spots. I think real good backup choice here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted him to be able to play those corners.
And a good bat off the bench. 60 contact is, that's 290.
That's base
right?
knocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be getting some base knocks for sure.
Okay, next up is a right fielder. Bench level right fielder. Okay, 5 of these. Yeah, still getting some decent contact. All the average or above defenders.
All right. I think Madler has some pop to go with his contact. I think he's the best guy there. Yeah, I think we go Dave Madler.
All right. Also has 65 steal.
Yeah, I like him. I like him quite a bit.
I think the best name we've seen so far, Zhao Jun Aoyang.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Aoyang is an amazing last name.
Hold on, I gotta screenshot this guy just to have him here. Oh, he's also from Taipei. Awesome.
Splendid name.
One of the streamers I rated to, she streams from Taipei, so.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go back here. We'll lock in Madler. I like Madler. Good contact. The 45 power. That's a good catch there.
Yeah, he seems like a nice fit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think because it's yellow, right? It gets lost, but it's like 45 is actually pretty decent pop. So.
Always, I think the color. There's definitely color theory in this game where it can mislead or overinflate things sometimes too.
Yeah. Yeah, LLB knows in the chat it's Ophi. Ophi's the streamer I was talking about.
I like that little spinning dog that they put up there too.
All right.
Max,
so
did you see the first Iron Beltron variant went for 222,000?
All right. Here's your last starting pitcher.
All right.
Could be the 4, could be the 5. Remains to be seen. Still have your reroll.
I was gonna say probably reroll in here unless we get something really hot, just on principle. Jones's diamond went 600. Wow, that's awesome. All right, we did get a 2.5, but it comes with 35. You know what? Let's re-roll it.
Okay.
I don't know that. I think.
Who would have been your take here, just so we can kind of gauge the new pool? I think part of the challenge is nothing jumps out at me as the pick here.
Right, and by the way, Ezekiel Tovar. That's funny that that's his name. I'm really afraid of the 35 homers.
Yeah.
Which leads me away from Dylan and Lopez, and so yeah, it's probably Clark or Philibom.
Okay, I just want to kind of have someone in mind as we do the reroll here.
Can we beat Philibom 40, 45, 50, 35? And we're just trying to get lucky because I think this is the best time to use the reroll versus the lower tier round.
Yeah, I agree. And starting pitcher is a big spot too. So.
Yeah, can we spike something here with a second roll? No problem, LLB. I love the childhood one. All right. Not really. But I'll take Mike Storm. He's just the
when you factor in the Stam, Mike Storm might be better.
That's a good point. The 60 Stam there. I got to keep an eye on that. Legit starter. Evan Spears would struggle at 45. So
and cool. Actually not having to dip down to 35 for either, I think that's also could be important.
Yeah, I like that. That's a perfectly fine 5. I've run worse as a 5th starter in Sims before, I'll tell you that.
All right, and then we've got a catcher to finish at the bench level.
Okay, backup catcher.
Usually we can at least find a good defensive catcher if all else fails.
Yeah, I think that's what you at the very least want in the backup. Yeah. That's usually what I.
Well, I think you can have your pick. You've got contact, power, and defense that you can choose from here.
Oh wow,
it's a mixed bag.
Honestly, I think Drum brings a good combo of defense and hitting.
Yeah, he's a good contact bat with a 65 defense. That's a huge defensive rating there. So
Fig's got that got that big power, but
Yeah.
rag arm
I
only
mean, the thing I
decent
like about
ability.
Shrum is when he comes in, nothing really drops off too bad.
Exactly. And the defense might even go up. I forget how
Yeah.
good the starting
Yeah.
catcher was.
And he can chip in a bit of first base since he's the
Hell
backup
yeah.
catcher. That might be helpful.
Now we're taking Shrum all day.
Yep. All right, last bench pick. So now we're going to take a look at what we have coming to scrub level.
Okay.
All right, we've got backups at second and third, and then 2 relief pitchers and 2 closers. So the back end of the bullpen.
Really got to get lucky there. That could be tough.
Yeah, you just need
But
one
you
out
gotta,
of 5, but at scrub it gets
yeah,
pretty tough. It does
you
get
got
a
to
little
put
tough.
you got to put some lower tier players somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. You got to take them
Bullpen
somewhere.
feels
So.
a
All right, here
decent
we
spot
go.
there. And
5 of
hopefully my
these.
starters push. I'd like to be a starting pitching focused team. Of course, that only means like 6 innings in today's baseball.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Second baseman here. They all got some contact ability there with the Void K. Not so much Babbitt.
Yeah, LB, I'll do a draft while people are filling out their forms so you can have time to do your form.
Rough, for sure.
Yeah, the Babbips are in the toilet for sure.
Let's take the game-changing speed.
Yep.
With one of the top 2 here, and I think it'll be Balmer with the 15 extra Void K in exchange for 5 speed and 10 steal.
Okay. Yeah, at this level, I think you're lucky if you find someone who does one thing well, and both of these guys do running well. So.
Yeah, I figure that could be something to cling to.
Yeah, pinch runner. Good secondary.
A little bit better range too. I mean, he's a bad defender, but
yeah. All right, so this is the first scrub. By the way, I love that the game has an official level called scrub. That's pretty awesome.
I know, that's so funny. Accurate.
All right. Next up is our third baseman. Backup third baseman. Now the good thing is your backup shortstop had second and short, so he's got 2 spots covered, good. And with a better
especially because
so.
That last guy I took didn't have anything back up.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Well, slightly better contact bats here.
All right. Yeah, there's something here.
Decent eye.
How about Godinez, maybe? Yeah. I think 50 eye there with the 50 avoid K. Yeah, we're not dealing with a whole lot of skill here, but Godinez will come on down.
Let's see if he has any position flexibility. He does. He plays a little first base. That's nice.
There we go. We'll take that.
All right, then the rest of this is going to be pitchers, finishing out the bullpen. All right, so first are 2 relievers and then 2 closers. Reliever, average age, scrub level, 5 of these. Okay, we'll switch to pitching for the last time. We're going to stay on pitchers the rest of the way.
Okay. Scrub indeed. Let's make it quick. Go Dennis Lombardi. We'll take the extra Stam over Castino.
Okay.
They're all trash, but we'll see.
Yeah, this is why I steered you away from when you were eliminating your 6th pitcher and moving that last starter. Like staying away from scrub, I think is important for the SPs.
Yeah, those could be pretty rough.
Mostly because like you can't. It's hard to find control down here at this level.
Exactly. That's what makes him scrub.
Yeah. All right. Another relief pitcher, and then we'll switch to the closers. Oh, some 30 controls.
Looking like an oasis of excellence at this point. Yeah, I think we'll lean on one of them. I know it's 25 homer, but I'll take the extra 10 stuff and go Johnny Garza.
All right, Johnny Garza.
It's a scrubby group.
Living up to the name.
Living up to the name big time.
All right, then 2 closers to finish things out. I think it's been a pretty good build so far.
Pretty happy with how the team is situated. I can't imagine anybody else's scrubs are that much better. They're scrubs for a reason.
All right, closers to finish it out. 2 closers. Oh, a 40 control. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's just such a snap pick. Not even funny. Let's just go ahead and get
Scott Taberski.
Come on, Scotty T.
Pretty cool name too, Taberski.
Taberski.
Decent holding runners as well. Definite steal at scrub level. This is at least a bench, if not an average level guy here.
Oh yeah. Now we hit one there.
All right, last player, closer. And then you have a few, very few, but you have a few roster decision things to make. So I'll walk you through those.
Okay.
And then your team's ready for the sim.
Fantastic.
Oh, 240 control guys here.
Yeah, and they're just feeding me. Rendell and Ricardo Flamenco. Names, dude. Amazing names.
Amazing names.
Ricardo Flamenco, come on down with that 45 homer and 40
even
control.
Dustin McCammon is an amazing name.
Danny Groom isn't half bad
yeah.
there.
Yeah. So
Great names.
Flamenco?
Yep.
All right.
Ricardo, welcome.
I don't think you could go wrong with Flamenco or Rendell. They're both pretty good. I like the 10 more stam from Flamenco, though.
Yeah, those were definitely the 2.
Yeah. All right. First, let me make sure I labeled everybody. It's easier to kind of fix that if I don't miss anybody. No. All right. Let's take a look here. Make sure everyone's labeled, that I didn't mess that up. Yep, looks good. So you can choose if you want to set strategy, pitching staff, or lineups first.
Staff.
Okay, so staff is really up to the computer. The choice you do get to make is a rotation mode, and if it does send a starter to the bullpen, more than one, you can choose which one goes back where. But I think for the most part, it'll be kind of on autopilot here.
It should be.
So I did keep your SPs in the rotation, so nothing has to be fixed here. And then what rotation mode do you want to go?
Always start highest rested.
Yeah, I think that makes sense with the bench level starters. So try to get Balderrama and Villalobos the most starts possible.
Exactly.
Bullpen's looking good. Clark closing. Justiniano setting up. And then it's actually pretty rare to have 3 relief pitchers that are not 3 middle relievers that are not avoid high leverage. So this is a pretty good bullpen. This is a pretty good bullpen.
With the use more often, I like it too.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this is a good pen.
Thank you.
All right, lineups or strategy?
We'll do lineups next.
Okay. First thing we'll do is we'll take a look at the position coverage. I think you're pretty safe here. I think nothing was. Yeah, you've got at least 2 at every position, including third and center field. Excellent. So that looks good. Then let's see what the computer is going to do here. I'll be interested to see who they go for as your DH. I think it'll be that shortstop you took with the contact eye.
Adam Smith.
Yeah.
I'd actually be all right with that.
Yeah, let's see. DH.
Looks like they did.
Yep, Adam Smith. And you know what? For a 9-hole hitter, that's a pretty good bat. 65 avoid K.
Turn the lineup over,
60
baby.
I. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
All right, sweet.
So not a lot of stealing. So that might factor into your next decision, which is a strategy. You can pick any of the 8 presets here.
Sabermetric.
Sabermetric. Yeah, I go sabermetric too. All right, I think that's
Especially
it, Paul.
Awesome.
The one other question is if you make the postseason, I assume you want to go to a 4-man rotation?
Definitely.
Okay, and then your 5-star will go to the pen, and we'll have the computer assign it to a spot.
That sounds great.
Well, thanks for playing. Appreciate it. It's always fun having you on the stream.
Thanks for having me on. I'll stay in chat then.
Yeah. I'll see you in the regular chat on the other side of the ad break. And if you fill out a pack giveaway form if you want to win packs.
Sounds great.
Guess how your team does.
I hope well, but I will do that. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thanks, Paul.
Bye.
All right. Always super fun having our player on, especially when it's Paul Sporer, who everyone knows from OOTP Developments. The person who makes all of our perfect team fun possible. So great to have. Oh, you forgot your screenshots? Okay, let me know what you need. I'll just walk everyone through it. Here are the lineups. So grab your screenshots. And in case anyone missed pitching staffs, I'll go ahead and put those up next. Here are the pitching staffs. Pitching staff, period, single. Always start highest rested. I think the way to go when you have a... Definitely, the top end of this rotation is great. If the ball's Rama Villalobos, I think will be a good 1-2 punch here. All right, and then let's see where we are relative to the ad break. Okay, we've got 21 minutes, so let's do this. Let me find a draft to do, and then we'll take the 3-minute ad break. I'll refill my water and stuff, and then hopefully by then people will have their forms filled out. So I'm going to save the game. Oh, here, I'll also show how to save as a quick start. This is just basically like a really easy to reinstate backup. So I use quick starts now instead of backups. So create a roster in OOTP27, Sporer. I'll do a VO1. He may want to come back and play. You never know. All right, now, let me make sure. Let me find an account. I think I have like a live draft upcoming that I can do. It might be taking me a second to find the right one, so... Let's see. I think there's probably a live all night. I already drafted my Friday Night Live PD, so I can't do that one. Yeah, let's draft this live all night. It doesn't fire for a while, but... Yeah, I'll be curious to see how this team does. I think really great player selection, some really good player RNG. I think this could be a good run. I do still worry about the bench level starting pitchers, but I think he ended up with some pretty decent ones for bench. It's just in general they're pretty tough. But we'll see. We'll see how these ones work out. We'll lock down center field with the first pick. Oh, I should have known that might have happened. See, I thought about going third base, and then knowing that there are more center fielders coming, and there was one. Buxton was in the second round. Okay, we'll lock down. I always have a tough time between Kirk, Raleigh, and Moreno for gold level catchers in live. We'll go Raleigh this time around. I've been taking Kirk a bit more often lately. Let's see, I've got catcher, shortstop, and center field, so we can do whatever we want here pretty much. I like Rooker's bat, even though his glove's bad. We have DH open. And I like Torres, so we'll take Torres here. Let's see. Alright, I like Westberg. He can play first or third. And then if I take Okamoto, he might have to play outfield, which isn't great. Oh, Torres isn't bad. He's a 69 in left and 67 in right. It's not awesome, but okay, so we'll take Okamoto. Cameron, Bradley. I think we already have 9 bats, right? Yeah, we have 9 bats. And last silver round, we'll take May and Festa or Castillo. I'll take the stamina of Castillo. Okay, so we got 4 starters and we got 9 bats. I like Kikuchi and Severino probably. I like Wicks too, but we can only take 2. Okay, we're looking backup catcher, backup center fielder, and backup infielder. I'd like to take before iron. Caratini. Trinan. Manoa. Altuve. Not a great infield backup, but I like the bat. Bubba Chandler. Okay, so we have 8 pitchers and no Shohei. We've got 6 pitchers coming. So I don't necessarily have to take 2 pitchers here. We can take our backup center fielder, and Altman's pretty good. He's an 81, decent bat. He'll be the best rated center fielder we have here, so. Okay, so we have 9 pitchers. I'm going to take 4 more here, so we'll take those first. Watson. Gomber. Berrios. Bolton. And then, what bat do I need? Probably still use another infielder. Oh yeah, Arias. Yeah, I like Arias best here. Okay, so let me check on the pack giveaway form, see how we're doing. Alright, we got folks entering, that's good to see. I'm curious to see where the win guesses come in on this one. We can mess with the bullpen and stuff in the lineups later, I think. Alright, LB's not in yet, so let me see if I can draft another one of these. drafted in the live tournament. Again, everyone giving everyone extra time to fill out their pack giveaway form. You can win 7 packs for first place, 3 packs for second place. Guessing how Sporer's team is going to do tonight and create a roster. The roster's been built. Looks pretty good. I think really good choices. Some good dice rolls on the luck side from the RNG and the player choices. Okay, so we'll go Kirk Lindor here in the first gold round. Even though we took Bobby Witt Jr., Lindor can play second. Oh, I like Perdomo too, though. Oh, man. All right, let's get a true... we don't have a true center fielder here, do we? All right, we'll go Rooker, Perdomo. Maybe McGonigal. No, we'll go Perdomo. So the infield's done. Wozinski, Soriano. Yeah. Cameron. If I don't like any of the bats, probably Lodolo here. But that'd be starting several bronze bats, which isn't super exciting. Center field, second base are the openings. There's definitely not a center fielder here. We could potentially go Dylan Moore. Oh, no. We can go outfielder, and Lindor's in left field. He can play second. But I don't love the outfield choices here either. Okay, we'll go 2 pitchers, and hopefully we can go batter in the 8th, last silver round. Oh, Horner's really nice at second. Huge void K. Torkelson, O'Hearn. The good thing about going all those infielders early is Perdomo's at first, so we can move him out of first very easily. Maybe we'll go O'Hearn. Okay, so what does that look like? Okay. All right, Getty and yeah, I kind of like Nance. Do we go backup infielder and backup catcher in the same round? Or backup center fielder, too, is an option here with Derek Hill. Let's go Caratini. Oh, man. I like Bubba Chandler, too, out the bronze pitchers. Painter, too. Man. No, let's go Machado Caratini. Hopefully we get another backup center fielder. Yeah, Cedric Mullins. That's fine. Okay, we have 7 pitchers, and we're in round 12. We have 6 pitchers coming, which isn't too bad. And I think all the main backups are filled, right? Oh, it's starting Mullins in center field. Okay, so we don't have a backup center fielder. We have a 47 and a 56, so we still need a backup center fielder. And we could use some more infield depth. We do have 6 pitchers coming, so I feel okay taking 4 out of 6. Oh wait, but we can only take 1 more bat? Is that right? Shoot. We're at 13 already. Oh, that's a problem. We need Simpson here who can play center field and back up the infield spots. We don't have that. Chandler Simpson, really great backup card in bronze. I mean, we could take Carson Williams, who's a 53 in center, and of course, great backup in the infield. Maybe we do that. We'll take him and Quintillo. Oh wait, no, we can't do that because then I have to take all 5. I have to take 5 out of 6 pitchers in the next round. There is a center fielder coming, so okay, let's take 2. Let's take 2 pitchers. I don't love. I messed this up. I took too few pitchers early on. All right, so you got to take 4 of these pitchers, and then hopefully a backup center fielder. Grant Anderson, not terrible. Ryan Feltner, not terrible. The rest by default, kind of terrible. Actually, Antone, not terrible for a low iron. Who's the least terrible of these 3 remaining? Fetty. At least he has P. Babbitt. Okay. And then our backup center fielder, Justin Dean's a 70. Collins has a much better bat, but he's a 50 in center. Yeah, I think I backed myself in this. This is not a great draft. We gotta take. Yeah. All right. Okay. We'll do the lineups and stuff later. Okay. How are we coming? All right. Where are we on the ad break, by the way? Oh, perfect. All right. I'm gonna push 3 minutes of ads. That'll take us so we don't get interrupted during the sim, and by then everyone should be in. So. All right. See y'all in a few minutes. All right, I think we're back to the ad break. Haven't seen any activity in the pack giveaway form in a bit here, so I am going to prepare to close it. Let me know in the chat if you are still working on it. Otherwise, I'm going to close it as soon as I finish making a few formatting changes here for the stream. But you just have to tell me in the chat. I'm about to hit submit. No, LLB's done. LLB is done. Alright, so I haven't heard from anybody, so I'm going to go ahead and close the form. Really looking forward to this one. I think this was a fun build. We all got to see a little bit about how Sporer thinks about player selection and roster building, which is always a good time. Alright, so let's take a look at the aggregate guesses. Alright, here we are. Alright, well, lots of faith in Paul. Everyone thinks this team's going to make the playoffs. All but one think that it will win the division, AL Central. More than half of you think they'll make it to the World Series. And then about a quarter of you think they'll win the World Series. About 3/4 think there's a Cy Young winner here. And just under half thinks there's an MVP winner. I think there's enough differences in answers where we may not end up going to the win total guess. So let's see how this goes. Yeah, Paul, I don't know if you knew I renamed one of my teams after you introduced the Jerry Uger card. It's Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. And Joe Gunson is a dead ball era. I think he's a catcher. So this is one of my team names now. Alright, so we're going to go back into this game. And I don't think I saved as a quick start. No, I did. I remember explaining that I use a quick start as a glorified backup now. Alright, so first thing we'll do is we're going to see what the computer thinks by going to opening day. You'll see us generating MLB season predictions. So let's see what the season predictions are. MLB pull down, reports and info, preseason predictions. 117 and 45. That's definitely within RNG range of the title. The record currently 125. So this is definitely the title is in play. I mean, we would never consider it out of play anyway, but when the when the prediction is that close, I think it's always a good chance there of something good happening. So let me screenshot this. So 1,213 runs, definitely offensive first team here. 306 team batting average. 259 bombs. With a sabermetric, we're not expecting many stolen bases. The ERA, pretty good for an offense first team, 4.13. It is looks like second best ERA in the league. Lots of strikeouts, very few walks. Let's see the top players here being predicted by the computer. So Gore, this is the, don't let the 55 contact fool you. This guy, the power is going to add extra base hits, which is going to add to the average. And 55 is already above average, so the computer's predicting 54 home runs, 329 average. Martinez, this is that contact eye guy, 376 average. I think unexpected 23 home runs predicted here. I don't think even Paul, we know he did note the 45 power, but coming in at 23 home runs projected, that's pretty good. That's an unexpected surprise there, at least for me. Wilson coming in at 331 and 41 home runs. This is the Avoid K, BABIP, Power I profile. These always kind of read as Triple Crown to me. Jones down here. This is Steven. This is Steven, the star level second baseman. Contact first guy. He is projected hit 306 with 25 home runs. I thought the average would be higher and the power would be lower, but it's still a pretty good combination here. And then Escalante. I'm a little surprised the average is coming in so low at 289. He does have 65 contact, a lot of it through a void K. On the pitching side, the top two the computer loves Valderrama and Villalobos. 2.38 and 2.67 ERAs look like the top two ERAs in the league. So I think even among the steals, I think some pleasant surprises in here, at least from the prediction. All right, let's go back to the standings view, and we'll sim to the Tigers opening day, which will be after the Tokyo series. The Dodgers, this is usually it's a split or the Cubs win, but the Dodgers win this year, the Tokyo series. We go to the Tigers opening. It looks like it's interleague, so we're gonna have to scroll down for that. It's in LA, in Chavez Ravine against the Dodgers. Balderrama against Blake Snell. All right. Check out the highlights of this one, and then we'll sim the rest of the season. We'll go month by month and peek in when we see something interesting happening. All right, top of the first, Creator roster team is up, 2 outs and a 2-0 count for Tim Wilson. Tim Wilson is the legend level shortstop, batting cleanup. Fly ball to left center field. It looks like it might have the distance. No, it's off the wall. Extra bases. And the center fielder's running in slow motion, so the left fielder's having to come all the way over to field it. Okay, we gotta replay this. Watch the center fielder after the ball lands. He's kind of jogging after it, and now he's like slow motioning it. Amazing animation. All right, run does score, 2 outs and a 1-2 count. Inning continues with Seth Gore. Good level first baseman. This is a good level first baseman, but definitely was a steal. Could be star, even like a lower level legend player here. Line drive into center field. Runner rounding third. Looked like they sent him. Throw home is not in time. Up 2-0, headed to the bottom of the first. Runners on first and second for Freddie Freeman. Action-packed game. Freeman fly ball to left field. That's going to be off the wall. Runner is rounding third. They don't send him, though. So cuts the lead to 1, and it's 1 out and a full count to Will Smith. And Will Smith takes the walk. Bases loaded. 1 out, a 3-1 count. Don't love seeing that 3-1 count. Feels like there might be walk in the run-in coming here. No, he swings. Oh, we would have preferred the walking or run-in as he lines one down into the left field corner. Dodgers now up 3-2. Bases loaded still with 1 out and a 2-2 count. Lefty-lefty matchup against Conforto. Ground ball this, past the second baseman. Four-2 game. 2 outs and an 0-2 count to Pajes. Gets him. Leaves the bases loaded. But the damage is done. 4 runs have scored. And the next highlight is a Dodgers highlight. Don't like seeing that. Runner on second. 2 outs and a 1-0 count to Shohei. Fly ball to right field. Looks like that's got the distance. It's out of here. 7-2, top of the ninth, 2 outs. This is usually a sign that the AI is surrendering. Line drive into center field. And that saves up for the out. Tough loss, 7-2. Balderrama, counting on Balderrama, one of the two high-level pitcher picks here, but starts the season with a 14.73 ERA. All right, let's go to the standings view, and let's go and sim March. And then we'll zip through March and then do April. Get a full month in. 2-2, which means 2-1 since that opening day loss. All right, there we go. Top of the division, 8-2, 10-3, 12-5, 17-8, 20-8. Pitcher of the month, Balderrama. So that loss was in March. He's bounced back for a pitcher of the month in April. Some decent player streaks there, but let's check out that pitcher of the month. 22-9, 7-10 ball in it through April. Real good recovery from that tough loss on opening day. Let's take a look at that pitcher of the month. 4-0 with a 2.02 ERA in 6 starts. 56 strikeouts in 40 innings. Great performance there by Balderrama. Carlos de Santiago, second in the league in home runs with 13. Wilson and Santiago, first and second in RBI. So the bats are definitely there. Villalobos, second in ERA. And the two aces, first and second in wins. Ron Clark leading the league in saves, maybe leading the majors. 12 saves is a lot through April. Yeah, he's leading the majors in saves. Ron Clark, good level closer. 1-0, 12 saves, 1.88 ERA. On fire. All right, let's check out the month of May. Dips below 700, but back up over 700. 33-13. Been on 13 losses for a while. That's a bit of a win streak. 8-game win streak during the month. May 26th, a little early for the owner to be shifting from neutral to win now. But that's how the season's going. Win now is now the mantra in the front office. 40-14. Let's finish the month so we can get a good gauge of where they are here through May. Bad of the month, and we did see there was that 8-game win streak earlier as well. Wilson now almost hitting 400. And he was the one who got Bat of the Month. So let's check out the Bat of the Month. And we might have repeated Pitcher of the Month. We don't get a new notification for that. Yeah, Villalobos takes Pitcher of the Month. So let's look at Bat of the Month, Tim Wilson. Whoa! He had 442 in the month. 442. 42 for 95 with 8 home runs, 28 RBI, and 34 runs scored. That is insane. Wow. And then Villalobos, he went 4-0 in 6 starts, 52 strikeouts in 40 innings, only 10 walks, 2.02 ERA. So I think now both aces have won a Pitcher of the Month, right? This was Villalobos. The first one went to Balderrama, so each one has won a Pitcher of the Month now. 45-14, 763 win percentage, 9-1 in the last 10. Tim Wilson taking over as the top batter on this team, hitting almost 400 and leading the team and the league in RBI. Actually, the top 3 RBI hitters on this team are leading the majors in RBI. So great offense here. On the defense, really relying on those 2 aces, second and third in ERA, first and second in wins, first and second in strikeouts. Could we have a double triple crown win here? Clark continuing to lead in saves, 20 saves through May. That is tied for the major league lead with Palencia of the Cubs. All right, let's in the month of June. Tim Wilson's dropped below 400, but still leading the league. Fund now batting second in the league in batting average. 64-21, still playing 700 ball. No one in the league has 60 wins other than the creator roster team here of Paul Sporer. The Cubs are closest, and the Red Sox with 55 wins each. Tim Wilson hitting .381, third in the league in RBI, leading in OPS and WAR. Man, legend level shortstop. 75 ORK, 65 BABIP, 80 power, 80 I. Just crushing the league right now. Fund, BJ Fund. This is that contact eye guy. He's sitting .359, 444 on base. Amazing. On the pitching side, it's still Villalobos and Balderrama leading the league in about everything. And Ron Clark, 25 saves. Now one behind Palencia for the major league lead, but 3 ahead of Fairbanks for the league lead. Yeah, still a little bit off EVC pace, but still an outstanding season so far. Let's head to the All-Star break. (33-23) with one more game to go to the break. But let's finish the day. It is a loss, but 7-3 in the last 10. Still maintaining that .750 win percentage. Wilson still leading the league in batting average. Fund now third in the league. Wilson second in RBI. Villalobos and Balderrama still dominating pitching. Villalobos sub 2 ERA. Balderrama half a run ahead of Eovaldi, who's in third place. First and second in wins, first and second in strikeouts. Ron Clark's been stuck on 26 saves. That's interesting. All right, let's check out the All-Star voting. This is part of the... Oh, let me get the... Let me get an entry started on the leaderboard. I know this is off screen right now, but just bear with me. Sporer. Paul, I'm going to put a number 1 next to your name in case you decide to come back and play again. All right, let's see how many All-Stars we get. First, we'll take a look at the voting. Oh, we also didn't look at June Player of the Month, did we? Carlos Estevez was the Pitcher of the Month, and Seager was the Batter of the Month in June. Okay. All-Star voting. Pablo Lopez, catcher. Wait, is Pablo Lopez getting votes at starting pitcher too? All right, our Pablo Lopez, third in the voting at catcher. Seth Gore, third in the voting at first base. Josh Jones, second in the voting at second base. Carlos de los Santiago leading the voting at third base. Tim Wilson, of course, leading the voting at shortstop. He's leading the league in about everything, so that's good to see. He's 1 million votes ahead of Bobby Witt Jr., for comparison. In left field, BJ Fund leading the voting with almost 4 million votes. Gregorio Martinez, he's been quiet since he was created, but second in the league in voting at center field, hitting .342 with a .409 on-base percentage. And then Victor Escalante behind only Aaron Judge in right field. Now, the computer not great at voting for created pitchers, but actually does a good job here. Villalobos and Valderrama first and third in voting. Did snub our closer. That definitely feels like a miss. Let's check the closer here. 2-2, 26 saves, 1.51 ERA. He'll at least get selected, I'm pretty sure. What the computer does miss in the voting, it usually gets right in the player selection. So let's hope that that remains true. All right, who was selected? Balderrama, Villalobos. Villalobos was voted in. Balderrama was selected. They didn't take the closer. Wow, that's a big miss. All right, Pablo Lopez was selected. Josh Jones was selected. De Santiago was voted in. Tim Wilson was voted in. Fund was voted in. Gregorio Martinez was selected. Escalante was selected. So I'm counting 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 All-Stars. That ties the record for OOTP27, so congrats, Sporer. All right, the home run challenge. Should have at least a couple players in here, right? Wow, nobody? Nobody. Wow. All right. That's interesting. I mean, it just takes the top home run hitters, but I'm surprised we're not in the mix here. Judge Kurtz, Wood, and Moncada advanced. Moncada took out Shohei. Kurtz and Moncada. Kurtz takes out Judge. We have not had a Kurtz Moncada final. This is the first time in OOTP27. Moncada wins it. Holy cow. Wow. Unexpected. All right, let's go ahead and sim to the All-Star game itself. We'll just quick play it. Ooh, the NL wins 7-5. Lots of runs scored against the bullpens here. 7th and 8th innings alone yielded, 9 runs across both teams. Let's see how our players did. Escalante 1 for 2 of the runs scored. Judge had a huge game, 3 for 4 of the runs scored in 2 RBI. Tim Wilson 1 for 2. Pablo Lopez unfortunately went 0 for 2. De Santiago went 0 for 1 but did get a walk. Martinez went 1 for 2 of the runs scored, and Jones went 0 for 2. Fund also went 0 for 2. So mixed results from the bats. Villalobos got the honor of starting the game. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. So overall, pretty good performance here. Yeah, Yoan Moncada, amazing home run derby performance. All right, let's go back to the season here. Finish out the month of July. (81-29), first team to 80 wins. No one else even has 70. Oh, the Red Sox have 70. Tim Wilson, wow, 1 batting average point ahead of Aaron Judge. Judge just crushing it. 360 average from Judge. Wilson, 1 RBI behind Judge. Wilson second in OPS and WAR as well. Villalobos and Balderrama still dominating pitching stats, although Hunter Brown now tied for first with Villalobos and wins. And Eovaldi has snuck in there to be second in strikeouts. All right, let's run the month of August. All right, back over 750. That's the first step. Now 760. 760 seems to be the bar that can't be cleared here. All right, let's see if there's another 104 wins already on September 1st. Gregorio Martinez now leading the league in batting order. Tim Wilson now second. Seth Gore sneaking on the home run race, number 3. And Gore and Wilson, first and second RBI, bumping Judge way back in the third. On the pitching side, Villalobos and Balderrama still dominating. They've taken their rightful lead atop the win race as well, and the strikeout lead. All right, let's see if there were... I forgot to look for July and August pitcher and batter of the month. So for July, Judge was the batter of the month. Pitcher of the month was Rodon. So the Yankees had a big July. For August, Villalobos is pitcher of the month again. 5-1 with a 1.88 ERA. 50 strikeouts in 38 and a third innings. And the best batter in August was Gore, Seth Gore. 427 with 19 home runs. That is an all-time month. Isn't the record for home runs of the month like 18 or something? Most home runs in a MLB month player by a player. Oh no, Sammy Sosa, he did hit 20 in 1998. Okay. And he drove in 47 runs, but Gore drove in 48. So this is an all-time month. Wow. 427, 19 home runs. This is amazing. 48 RBI, 32 runs scored. And let's not sleep on the 19 walks. 515 on base percentage. Wow, what a sick month. Okay. Yeah, unbelievable. And also, let's look at this. Gore punishes AL pitchers this week. He had 560 last week. 6 home runs in a week. 6 home runs in a week with 13 RBI. Amazing. Seth Gore waiting till the home stretcher to really turn it on. Incredible. All right, let's see. I mean, we have had teams end on pretty big winning streaks and losing streaks for low ball. So let's see what happens here. We'll go a week at a time. Also, I think, is there a pitching triple crown at stake here? Man, Villalobos and Balderrama are going to finish first and second in everything, but not one of them is going to win the triple crown because Balderrama has too many strikeouts. Unbelievable. I don't. Has that ever happened like that in the majors? That's wild. All right, let's do a week at a time here. So you have done the home stretch. Yeah, 750 seems to be the high water mark for this team. 108.36. Batting race is pretty tight. 3 points separate Martinez, Wilson, and Judge. The pitching stats seem safe, except Hunter Brown could overtake Balderrama and wins. So that's one to watch out for. Eovaldi potentially could take Villalobos and strikeouts too. We'll have to keep an eye on that. .740, 111, and 39. Now 2 points separate Wilson, Martinez, and Judge. RBI lead seems safe. ERA seems safe. Balderrama is pulled a win ahead of Hunter Brown. And now it's Logan Gilbert in third place instead of Eovaldi in strikeouts. Only 8 strikeouts behind Villalobos. And Clark has lost the save lead to Josh Hader. .737, 115, and 41. Judge has dropped way back now. So it's a 2-man race between 2 of Sporer's players. Martinez and Wilson for the batting title. Same for the RBI title. Wilson and Gore separated by 2 RBI. 164 and 162 RBI for those two. ERA lead seems safe first and second. Balderrama is now 2 wins ahead of Hunter Brown, so that seems safe. And now Villalobos is 19 strikeouts ahead of Eovaldi. Actually, Villalobos is now only 9 strikeouts behind Balderrama, so potentially could catch him for the Triple Crown. It is now possible. I think they each have 1 start left because we're already on the 22nd. Season ends on the 28th. .12-game shutdown streak by Justiniano comes to an end. Martinez looks like he's going to win the batting title. We have 1 more game to go. Gore and Wilson tied at 165 RBI. Okay, Villalobos 11 strikeouts behind. He might have the last start of the season though. With a big who is pitching the last game for the Tigers? No, it's Mike Storm. Mike Storm. Okay, Paul Sporer can pick some bench level starting pitchers. When's the last time we saw a bench level starting pitcher go 12-5 with a sub 5 ERA? Man. Wow. All right, let's finish the last game of the season. ERA crowd Villalobos, pitching wins Villalobos, batting champion Martinez. A great performance here. Almost a triple crown. I mean, there's got to be a name when your top 2 pitchers finish first and second for every triple crown category. But neither one won the triple crown. Clark finishes 1 save behind Hader. His ERA did float up over the season. It's now up to 2.47. But yeah, great team effort. 118 wins. That's actually good for 3rd place on the leaderboard. 124 by Deli Sports and 125 by EVC. This is 5 wins ahead of the next place finisher. So great season here by Paul Sporer's creator roster team. All right, let's go to the postseason. Paul is going to shift to a 4-man rotation. So now Mike Storm's going to be a great stopper closer option. I mean, literally, I think the 2 best bench level starting pitching performances we've ever seen. Sub 5 ERA, 12-5, basically a 5 ERA, 13-9. Amazing. I mean, aided by the big bats, but still, they had to keep the ERAs down, and they did. All right, let's ask for a new bullpen setup. Oh, interesting. Now Storm goes into middle relief, used more often. Backup role setup. Okay, that does add a ton of depth, though, to the bullpen for the postseason, which is great. So let's go ahead and save that regular season. And let's go ahead and head to the postseason. We'll speed sim the wildcard round since Sporer's team is not in it. All right, so the Dodgers sweep the Diamondbacks. They'll face the Cubs. The Mets beat the Phillies to face the Padres. Rangers beat the Astros. They'll face the Red Sox. And the Yankees swept the Rays, and they'll face the Creator roster team. So now we'll go to scores view. We'll go game by game. NL's going to kick things off. Mets win 4-2. So the Mets are waiting to Met until later on. Cubs win 7-3. Cubs are simming so well in OOTP27. Yeah, I know Paul seems disappointed that he didn't beat EVC, but this is a huge result. 118 wins, 3rd best win total, and just some amazing player performances. I think this was going to be a fun postseason with the postseason awards. All right, NLDS game 2s. Dodgers win 9-1. They tie that series up at 1 apiece. The Mets lose 6-5, so that series is tied at 1 apiece. AL game 1. Rangers beat the Red Sox 4-3. And Balderrama, okay, good. The pitching staff is reset, so Balderrama is starting game 1, and Villalobos should be starting game 2. 25-1. Did they feel some Jim unknowns? Did the Yankees forget to submit a roster? Oh man. Nerve-wracking redeeming scriptures for Crouton. Let me go give those before we take a look at this game. Hey buddy, these are from the River of Anarchy. Scriptures for you, buddy. 25-1. And what better team to take that out on than the Yankees? Let's look at this box score. This will be a joy. Balderrama with a 0 ERA. Gore 5 for 5, 7 RBI, 4 runs scored. Martinez, okay, this is great. Martinez 3 official at bats, 6 runs scored. He walked 4 times. 3 at bats, 6 runs scored. That's my favorite stat line. All right, I'm screenshotting these stats. These are amazing. Oh, you only got 3 at bats? Did you score any runs? Oh, I scored 6. Pablo Lopez went 2 for 5, 3 runs scored, 5 RBI. You think they were razzing Fund in the locker room because he didn't get any hits or RBI? He did score twice. He walked twice and scored twice. But he's the only one who took a collar on the hits and the RBIs. Wow. And I think that was all done with only 2 home runs. 25 runs scored and only 2 home runs. That's wild. Cruz, 1/3 of an inning. 108 ERA. Did they start pitching any position players? No, these are all pitchers. And Storm, bench level starting pitcher, came in, did give up a run, but closed out the game. Seth Gore, of course he's player of the game. Why am I even looking? 5 for 5, 4 runs scored, 7 RBI, 2 walks. Which is more impressive, 18 hits or 17 walks? Man, what an offensive performance. Could you imagine the New York press after this game? They would be having a meltdown. It would be a total meltdown in the papers and on the talk shows, the sports talk radio. People will be losing their minds after a 25-1 playoff loss. All right, let's go to the next day. NL's going to be on a travel day. AL's going to be on game 2. 7-2 win for the Rangers. They take a 2-0 series lead. Villalobos on the mound, so back-to-back aces here. Let's hope they didn't use up all the offense in game 1. 23-3. What is this team doing? 48-4 in 2 games. 48-4 in 2 games. Amazing. 23 runs on only 1 home run. 27 hits. 27 hits. 48-4 in 2 games. Unbelievable. Escalante, 4 for 6, 6 runs scored, 6 RBI. Everyone got multiple hits. Everyone got multiple hits. Unbelievable. And all but 2 players got RBI. Everyone scored. Wow. That is sick. I know. I think it's J Unknowns. Are these J Unknown everywhere? No. These are real players. They did bring in Pablo Reyes to pitch the last 1 1/3 innings. Oh, Jason Dominguez pitched the last inning. Pitched an inning too. Reyes was much more effective. No runs on 1 1/3 innings. Dominguez gave up 4 runs in 1 inning. Wow. Sporer made them go to 2 position players pitching. And to be fair, all but 4 of these runs are scored against actual pitchers. So this is still a huge outburst. That's true, Novariki. They might still be, they might have the muscle memory of the lowest WAR team. Yeah, Paul, I don't know if you saw it. With the help of Chad, I built a roster of the lowest WAR seasons. And, of course, I took over the Yankees with that team, and they won 11 games all season. So there might still be a hangover from that. All right, AO on a travel day. Nothing like heading into the travel day, up 2-0, having outscored the opponent 48-4. The only downside of that is, like, you worry about the momentum going away. LLB, yeah, the VODs are up. You can find out how to do all this stuff. I try to help people who want to do it. I do things step by step. So, all right, NL game 3, AL on a travel day. We'll wait to see what the Mets do till the last. Wow, 4 runs in the top of the 11th for the Cubs, so they win 7-3. They take a 2-1 series lead. These are the 2 top teams in the last 2 versions of OOTP. The 2025 Cubs sim incredibly well in OOTP27, and the 24 Dodgers just dominated OOTP26. So it's fun to see them playing. And of course, the Mets are going to Met. They get shut out by the Padres 4-0, and they go down 1-2. All right, everyone's going to be in action tomorrow, or now today. San Diego looking to close out the Mets, which they cannot do. The Mets survive, force a game 5. The Cubs looking to close out the Dodgers, which they do, 5-1. Cubs advance to the NLCS. Texas looking to sweep the Red Sox, which they cannot do. The Red Sox win 7-4, forcing at least a game 4. And the Creator roster team looking to sweep the Yankees. Stroman on the mound for the Yankees, and average starting pitcher Arturo Lemus on the mound. He was 16-4 in the regular season with a 4.81 ERA. All right, now let's hope the travel day didn't disrupt the bats here. Nope, no letdown. 11-7. This time some more power. Pablo Lopez goes yard twice. Tim Wilson goes yard. Lemus gets the win, and the Tigers sweep their way into the ALCS. And they'll have a chance to reset the rotation because there's at least a game 4 coming here in the other AL series. And I believe the NL will go first, so I think the Tigers will have a chance to reset their rotation. I think we're hoping for a Red Sox win here to extend the series and make sure that the Tigers rotation can reset. It is a Red Sox win in 12 innings, so both teams will be worn out as well. 6-2. Again, scoring 4. This is the second playoff game this season we've seen with 4 in the top of an extra inning. 6-2 win. So there will be a game 5, and there'll be a travel day before the game 5. So the Creator roster team will be very well rested. All right, Mets Padres headed to game 5. I believe this is where the Mets are going to Met. Yep, 7-2 loss, including 2 errors. Typical Mets loss. 7-2 loss with 2 errors. How many runs were unearned? Hollywood Ty, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Only 2 runs were unearned, but yeah, they would have lost it even without the unearned runs. Very typical Mets meltdown as they get eliminated. Raiders, you're in for a treat here. We're watching Paul Sporer's Creator roster team play in the 2025 season. So the Creator roster is a game where we make a bunch of players at each level, legend all the way down through scrub. It's a community game, so whoever plays, I give them a Google form to fill out. They let me know what positions they want to create at each level. And there's a whole player creation round, and then we sim the season. And so here's the roster file that Paul went with. I was worried about the bench level starting pitchers, but man, Paul knows his stuff. Those 2 guys, well over 500, ERAs below 5, or at or below 5. And of course, that made room for more bats, and those bats are crushing it in the postseason so far. So you're joining us as we're waiting for the ALCS to start, and so good timing. How's your stream, Hollywood Ty? What were you all doing over there today? All right, so we got the travel day, and now we get the game 5 between the Rangers and the Red Sox, giving Paul's team 2 extra days of rest. And the Red Sox win 5-3. I don't know if you had a preference, Paul, who you wanted to face here as far as like competitive matchup, but it will be the Red Sox. Rangers might have had the tougher pitching staff, so you may be better off facing the Red Sox. But although I might have just jinxed everything just now. All right, let's go the next day, and now the NL's going to start, so that's another day of rest for Detroit. Cubs win 8-3, continuing to sim very well. NL game 2 coming, and then AL game 1. Okay, so I have been correcting this. This has been a bug that I reported. If the person chooses always start highest rested, I have been correcting for this. Balderrama, 100% rested. Villalobos, 100% rested. The setting, always start highest rested. Yet, the computer is going to start starting picture number 4. So, if the person is selected always start highest rested, I have been correcting for this. But I think this is another one we need to report as to continue that report that this continues to be a bug. Now, one question I got was, is there a relief pitcher rest 100%? They're not starting, but I can also show set position reliever. They are also 100% reliever rested, so there's no reason for the computer to not be starting them. So we are going to start them. I'm going to take this over and make sure Balderrama is starting. Again, that's only something I can do for players if they've selected always start highest rested. Because I feel like I am correcting for a bug in the game, not giving an advantage to anybody. So Villalobos is now the starter. This should be reflected here. Oh, sorry, no, not Villalobos. Wait, did I say Balderrama? It is Balderrama. He is the number 1. And now he'll probably lose because I just did that. No, it's an 11-2 win. The domination continues into round 2, into the championship series. 6 in the 5th and 4 in the 8th. The run's coming in big bunches. Trevor Storer did go yard twice. Escalante hit a bomb. But Balderrama just dominating. 7 innings, 3 hits, no walks, 2 earned, 11 strikeouts for Balderrama. Everyone but Martinez did get a hit. Everyone but Martinez did score. And multi-hit games from Jones, Santiago, Lopez, and Smith. The back end of the lineup came through big in this game. All right, let's get ready for game 2. Oh, sorry, wait. Yeah, game 2. Okay, this is fixed now. Villalobos is the number 2 starter. He is rested. He is starting as should be. Crochet is coming in with a 20.25 postseason ERA. Wow, he got rocked. What does his game log look like? Jeez. Pitching stats, game log. He gave up 6 runs in 2 2/3 in a playoff loss. Wow. To the Rangers. Yeah, he got crushed. There's another win. This one's a much tighter game, 4-1. Showing that Paul's team can win the blowouts and can win the tight ones. So 6 2/3 of 1-run ball. That means the bullpen had to come up big. Yeah, the bullpen threw up goose eggs. So Justiniano, 1 1/3, 1 walk and 1 strikeout, and Clark, 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Not a save situation. Oh no, it is a save situation. He got his first save of the postseason. So great job by the close. We had an incredible regular season. Continues into the postseason. All right, Padres Cubs. While the AL's on a travel day, they resume their series of Game 3. Cubs went 8-3, 5 in the top of the 8th to take the lead for good. Both teams in action. Game 4 for the NL, Game 3 for the AL. Cubs win in 11, 3-2, so they take a 3-1 series lead. And let me make sure, I do think this is correct because both aces have now pitched. Yeah, Villalobos and Balderrama are tired, so Arturo Lemus is on the mound. So this is correct. 17-2. Another win. Huge day for the Bats as they back their average level starting pitcher, who really didn't need it. The 2 runs were scored against the bullpen. Lemus threw shutout innings. 8 shutout innings by Lemus. 2 hits and 2 walks. 13 strikeouts. Wow, he was getting tired of hearing me talk about the 2 aces and said, hold my beer, and put up a dominant performance. What a stud. All 3 performances of the day from the Tigers. Fund went 4 for 7 with 2 RBI, two doubles and 4 RBI. Tim Wilson went 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 walks. Great game thrown by Lemus. Man, he really shut me up. Yeah, what a stud. Maybe we have to start talking about a big 3 on this team instead of just the big 2. All right, 3-0 lead. Now, it would be great if Fletes could get the win here, because that would allow back to 1 and 2 in the rotation. But let's just make sure we win the series here. All right, Cubs up 3-1. Padres win 3-2 in the bottom of the 12th, so they are headed to at least a game 6. While Paul's team's looking for the sweep here, up 3-0. Oh, a loss in 10 innings. They had it. Fletes got him to. Oh, Fletes got him all the way to extras. How many innings did he make it? Let's see. 5 2/3 of 2-run ball. You can't ask for more from a bench level starting pitcher. Hensley, 2 1/3 clean innings, 3 strikeouts. Not a hit or a walk. And then Clark, who is so good all season, gives up the winning run in the last inning of work. All right, that doesn't mean we have to go back to the top of the rotation. Or no, wait a second. Yeah, I think we have to go back to the top of the rotation. Yeah, it is Balderrama against Bayo. Can they put it away? And not burn their number 2 starter as well. They do. 13-10, winning by a field goal. This was more of a. This was not a domination, but this was just a high-scoring affair. Balderrama does advance to 3-0. You know what? It looks like most of the runs may have come after he left the game. Let's take a look. No, he did give up 3 and 5 1/3, but most of these runs, 7 of them came after he left the game. So solid performance for Balderrama. The scrub level pitchers just got rocked. But when the average level pitchers came in, they helped stabilize things and held on to the lead. All right, so at least we have Villalobos for game 1. And you know what? If this goes 7, it could potentially let the rotation reset. Nope, Cubs win 9-0, so they win the series. We should get 1 travel day. Colin Ray had 6 1/3 innings of shutout ball for the Cubs. Yeah, we do get 1 travel day. Villalobos is correctly the starter. Balderrama is 38% rested, so he probably won't come back till game 3. All right, it's Villalobos versus Cade Horton. All right, World Series time for Paul Sporer's Creator Roster team. It's an 8-6 win. 3 in the bottom of the 9th to walk it off. A comeback win from this squad. They are able to win every way possible. Blowouts, tight games. Look at this win polygraph. Comeback in the bottom of the 9th. They go into the inning trailing 6-5. They come back to win it 8-6. 3-run shot by Tim Wilson. What a way to give Game 1. Amazing. All right. Let's go to Game 2. I believe this is correct, Lemus, because Balderrama is still probably around 70%, 66%. So this game, travel day, and then Balderrama will be on the mound for Game 3. And look, Lemus is 2-0 in the postseason. He had that great 8-inning shutout ball performance his last time out. And he pitches well again. This time, 8 2/3 a shutout ball from Lemus. He is really hating that I kept talking about the 2 aces on this team. And he's like, let me show this guy. Hold on a second. I got a call coming in here I have to take. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, man, this guy, Arturo Lemus, definitely changing the conversation on how we talk about this team's top end of the rotation. Back-to-back just stud performances by Lemus. And this happens, right? In the real postseason, there's always like a journeyman who comes out of nowhere to dominate. This time around, it's Arturo Lemus. All right, headed to the travel day, up 2-0. Gotta like that. Game 3. Now, this is, again, we're going to go in and correct this because Balderrama should be 100% rested. And we're on always start highest rested. So we are going to go to Balderrama. Villalobos should be... No, it won't be Villalobos. Then I think it'll go to Fleetus for game 4. This is a tough matchup. Balderrama against Imanaga. Imanaga's 1-0 with a 1.98 postseason ERA. Yeah, Sterling Hitchcock. Didn't Tom Lawless have a huge postseason one year? There's always like I always think of him as like David Eckstein. Didn't he have a huge postseason one year? It's always like some weirdo. That, not that they're weirdos. It's just like a weird name that comes out of nowhere. All right, so game 3, Balderrama on the mound. 4-1, another outstanding performance by Balderrama. 6 1/3, 1-run ball, 4 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Home runs by De Santiago and Fun, the first for each of them in the postseason. Yeah, Adam Kennedy, there you go, 3 home run game. All right, game 3 is in the books now, and Fletis now pitching game 4. And this is where you're fine with him pitching, because you got him, and then Villalobos should be rested. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, Fletis against Jamison Taillon, who's 1-0 with a 1.69 postseason ERA. Congratulations, Paul Sporer, sweeping the Cubs in the postseason. Did not even have to go back to the ace. Fletis goes 6 1/3, 2 earned, 5 hits, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. And he earns player of the game. Bench level starting pitcher earns player of the game honors. All right. Let's save this, but I got to see who the players of the series were. All right, division series. Pablo Lopez hit 600. 14. Pablo Lopez had 14 RBI in the division series. in, in 3 games, he had 14 RBI. his his OPS was what, 1921? 9 for 15 with 3 bombs and 14 RBI from Pablo Lopez. He was correct to give up pitching for hitting. Pablo Lopez, amazing. In the championship series, Gregorio Martinez hit 476 and slugged 762. Wow. That's a 1322 OPS. Incredible. And it's not like Lopez dropped off. He had 455 with the bomb. Lopez, postseason legend here. And then in the World Series, Josh Jones, 438, 1562 OPS. Wow. It came from everywhere. That was a team effort. Now let's see. Playoff tree. 11-1 postseason record. That is a new record for OOTP27. Paul Sporer, you have the best postseason record so far in Creator roster. EVC went 11-2, so you did top him in the postseason. What a team. I gotta admit, I was worried about the 2 bench level starting pitchers. Man, Paul knows what he's doing. Amazing. All right, let's save this. Can't lose this finish. We'll do some postseason awards because we need these for the pack away. Yeah, Paul, look, I know you were bummed out you didn't beat EVC, but this is an all-time roster. This was a super fun team. Set the standard for postseason run. Tied the record for All-Stars. You have some postseason awards here where you might tie or break some records too. So I'm glad you had fun with this team. It was a good time. All right, let's hold on. Let's advance a day and make sure we get a screenshot with a trophy here. There it is. There's the trophy. Only lost 1 game the entire postseason. All right, let's go to the mailbox view for these awards. Did we look all, by the way, at the September players of the... I don't think we did. September... Judge won Batter of the Month. Oh, and Eric Lauer won Pitcher of the Month. Eric Lauer went 4-0 with a 1.83 ERA. Wow. All right, let's go to Great Glove Awards. So far, the record is 1 Great Glove Award. Oh, game score 1329. Third best win total, also third best game score. Yeah, this is a really fun squad. And you know Tim Wilson, who made so much noise in the regular season? It was Josh Jones, Martinez, Pablo Lopez, who did it in the postseason. And Balderrama and Villalobos dominated all regular season. Arturo Lemus out of nowhere in the postseason. Those are my favorite kinds of teams, right? Where like the role players step up in the postseason. Those are super fun teams. All right, so Gold Gloves first. Now, the record is 1. We've only had 1 Gold Glove ever won in a sim this cycle. All right, so Pablo Lopez, in addition to his postseason heroics, wins a Gold Glove at catcher. Wow. Yeah, 65 catcher. That'll do it. Nicely done. Let's look at his fielding stats. Threw out almost 30% of the runners. I don't know catcher zone ratings. 2.7? I must be pretty good. You won the gold glove. But yeah, so 1 gold glove. So that ties Sporer for the lead there. Lots of green going to be on Paul's profile here on the leaderboard.
Why do you keep following me around?
Won the World Series. Postseason record. Joshua J56, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Beauty Lopez. That's right. It is Beauty Lopez. That's right. Yep, living up to the name. Living up to his nickname. All right, reliever of the year. Okay, now this one, we might have fallen out of the running here. 3-5 with 44 saves, but the ERA floated up to 2.47. I think he might get some votes, but I don't think he's going to win. Usually it's a sub 1.5, sub 2 ERA that wins it. So Chapman wins it with a 1.67 ERA. Clark does get enough points to finish 4th. So 4th in relief pitcher there. We've only had 1 relief pitcher of the year won, and that was by, hold on. That was by Z Grizzly. Z Grizzly's second run. He won a relief pitcher of the year. Only 1 of those this cycle so far. All right, Platinum Sync Awards. There should be several of these. I would even guess, what, 5 or 6? 5. Yeah, good guess by me. All right, let's see where those came from. So Langoliers and Kurtz for catcher at first. Josh Jones at second. De Santiago at third. Tim Wilson, of course, at shortstop. BJ Fund in left. Gregorio Martinez in center. Tough to beat Judge in right field. And then Abreu wins it at DH. So 5. That is a new record, Paul. That is a new record for Silver Sluggers in the season. So Paul ties the record for All-Stars, beats the record for Silver Sluggers. Like I said, really fun pieces on this team. That's really showing up in the postseason awards here. Hey, Paul, if you ever want to play again, I think if you elevate those bench-level starters, I mean, of course, then that means some of the bats get downgraded, but that's the balancing act, right? But, yeah, what a team you put together. Really nice. And then what do I know? You did this with 2 bench-level stars, so I might just be totally off on that. All right, Rookie of the Year. We don't have anyone eligible. That one downside of the way we do create a roster is no one's Rookie of the Year eligible. So Cy Young Award. This will be interesting. 21-1 from Balderrama with a 2.22 ERA. Better ERA, more wins but more losses for Villalobos. 23-5 with a 2.09. On the WHIP, Balderrama is 0.1 better or 0.09 better, but they're both below 1. Strikeouts per 9, Balderrama's a little better. WAR, Balderrama's a little better. So I think on most metrics, Balderrama's got Villalobos beat here. But, and I can't see anyone coming ahead of them. So I think it's Balderrama, Villalobos 1 and 2. But to Paul's credit, look at this. Average level starting pitcher 16-4, 4.81. 2 bench level starting pitchers, 13-9 with a 5.05 and 12-5 with a 4.47. I mean, I think we rarely see bench level starting pitchers with ERA below 6. So these are great picks by Paul. All right, let's see what happens here in the Cy Young voting. Balderrama does take it. Villalobos second. Villalobos second. First and second. Balderrama wins unanimously, though. So, huge win. Cy Young, check. MVP. We know Judge is out there. He hit, I think, over 350. That'll be tough. Let's sort by OPS. Tim Wilson, 1132 OPS. Hit 356 with 44 bombs. Won the batting title. Huge productivity. 166 RBI, 154 runs scored. Also walked 92 times. 10.6 WAR. Seth Gore, 46 bombs. Also hit 318. Just not the level of productivity, though, at first base. Check out Josh Jones, 12 triples. Did we know that about him? 12 triples? That's a fun stat. Oh, he had 75 speed. This is a round where I think Paul had two speedy guys he could have picked from. He went with... oh, no, that was lower level. But, yeah, no. So this is gap power plus speed. When you get 85 gap power and 75 speed, you get, in this case, 12 triples. 62 doubles also. This is an insane stat line. 214 hits, 62 doubles, 12 triples, 19 home runs. Who does that? Who gets 62 doubles and 12 triples? That's true. Sporer's got a great point. Comerica does help with that. That is true. Half the games being in Comerica does help with that. But man, that is a fun stat line. That's awesome. All right. I think Tim Wilson could... It'll be tough. It'll be close. I think at the very least, Judge does not win unanimously. I think Tim Wilson's getting someplace there. Yeah, 62 doubles is insane. I think people underrate the 50 double season. Like Joey Bell going 50-50 doubles and home runs, that's a crazy season. All right, let's MVP. Oh, no achievement, so Judge does take it. Oh, and against my prediction, he did win it unanimously. 30 first place votes. Wilson second, Gore third, Jones fourth. I mean, dominated though. Of the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of the top 7, 5 were from Paul's team. Of the top 9, 6 were from Paul's team. But yeah, it's tough to beat Judge. Yeah, what did Judge do? Well, we know he hit over 350. 57 home runs, 357 average, 153 RBI. 11.5 WAR. 1182 OPS. 205 OPS plus. That's tough to say no to. I mean, I'll be the first to call out shenanigans. This seems legit. Yeah, we knew we're up against a tough one for MVP. The Judge had an all-timer there. All right, as long as we're here for the leaderboard, I'm going to look up a couple of stats here. So first thing will be interesting is the win percentage by month, which is not part of the leaderboard, but I think it's usually pretty telling. 741 in April, 821 in May, 731 in June, 680 in July, 821 in August, and 583 in September. Yeah, just a handful of wins in either one of those months, and this is in the running. Okay, runs scored 1181. Hey, Paul, you've also scored the most runs so far in a season. 1181. Runs allowed 715. And run differential. Second best run differential so far. Delhi Sports' first run, which is the second place in terms of wins, is still the best run differential season. Yeah, so you're going to, once I update this leaderboard score, you're going to have a lot of green on it. So congrats. All right, let's do the pack giveaway now. I think we have enough information for that. Let me get that ready to show. Okay. Will this team make the playoffs? Yes, everyone had lots of faith in this team from Paul. Will they win the division? We had one naysayer here, so everyone else advances. And not only did they win the division, they won it by 40 games. Will they make it to the World Series? They did make it to the World Series. So we're left with Z Grizzly, T Davis, Flying WB, and LLB. Will they win the World Series? They did. They swept the World Series. So Z Grizzly and Flying WV still in it. Will a player on this team win the Cy Young Award? They did win the Cy Young Award. So that's Flying WV. takes it. They came in first and second in the Cy Young, in fact. So if IW wins 7 packs, Z Grizzly is going to get 3 bonus points for second place, the second place section coming up. Let's keep going though. Willow Player of the Scene win MVP. They did not, but both guessed yes. Good Opinion Haver, Nerd of Anarchy, TWS, and LLB guessed correctly that they would not win an MVP. If it had come down to wins, regardless of who made it to the last question, if it had come down to wins, 118 is a correct answer. 118 is a correct answer. LLB with 117, Flying W with 119. Bookend, they bracket that win total of 118 by 1 each. So good guesses, everybody. Great job. Man, we've got some good guessers in this community. All right, let's hide these. We'll hide this. And let me resize. Man, what a fun sim that was. That was a really good one. Okay, so Flying V does not get his guesses scored because he's already won. And Z Grizzly is going to have 3 bonus points. Okay. Oh, we can hide this one too. Okay, how many games behind? They did win the division, so 0 games behind. All right, how many All-Stars? 9, a record 9 All-Stars. So Z Grizzly gets a solo point there. Gold Glove winners, we had 1, which ties the record. Good Opinion Haver and Z Grizzly get points there. Platinum Stick Awards. That was a new record as well. How many was that? 5. 5 Silver Sluggers. I still have a hard time not saying Silver Sluggers. 5. So all the 4 guesses are going to get points here. Z Grizzly, T Davis, LLB. All right, the mouse hover questions. I forgot about these. All right. All right, so if you hover over a team in the standings, it'll show you their MLB ranks. First, and 7th on the offensive categories. And on defensive categories, 6th, 4th, and 6th. Yeah, so the offense was the strength of the team, but I definitely worried too much about those bench starting pitchers. They were great. You can't finish that high in those categories without, the entire rotation pulling their weight. I just think we haven't seen bench level starters like the ones Paul was able to pick. So, kudos to him. All right, run scored first place. So Z Grizzly and T Davis get points there. Batting average, also first place. Z Grizzly gets a solo point. Z Grizzly already has those 3 bonus points, and Z Grizzly has not missed a question since we started, so it's going to be tough to catch him. Home runs hit, 7th. LLB only 3 away, gets a solo point. Good Opinion, however, was 4 away. Sorry. Good Opinion was 1 away and gets the solo point. My bad. Solo point for Good Opinion Haver. Nice guess. Very nice guess. ERA, 6th. Perfect guess by Flash. Gets a solo point there. Strikeouts thrown, 4th. T Davis with a solo point. And defensive efficiency, surprisingly high, 6th. Nerd of Anarchy, the only one to guess in single digits. Almost gets that exactly right. Alright, so heading into the batting questions. Good Opinion Haver with 3 points. Nerd of Anarchy with a point. Flash with 2 points. Z Grizzly started out hot, has slowed down a bit. 6 plus 3 bonus points, 9 points for Z Grizzly. 4 points for T Davis. 2 points for LLB. There are enough questions left where anyone can still win this, I believe. All right, we're heading to the batting questions. Home runs hit by the team leader in home runs. 46 by Seth Gore. 46 by Seth Gore. Good Opinion Haver 1 away. Nerve Anarchy and LLB were 2 away, but solo point for Good Opinion Haver. Batting average at least 300 plate appearances. 360 by Gregorio Martinez in center field. 360. Imagine having a center fielder hitting 360. That'd be awesome. 360. 337 by Flash is going to be the closest. Flying WV would have taken it, but Flying WV has already won 7 packs. Okay. OPS with at least 300 plate appearances. 1132. 1132. Yes, my Flash. Flash always guesses yes to this question. 1132. 1132. Oh, bummer, Amber. I'm sorry you were able to get in. This was a fun one too. This was a fun one. I hope you watched the VOD because it's a fun time. It's a fun time. I don't push all my VODs, but this is one worth watching. 11:32. Oh, Z Grizzly very close to the 11:20. Yes, so Z Grizzly is going to take this one. Z Grizzly adding to the lead. Shrink these back down. Okay, Batter War, 10.6 by Tim Wilson, 10.6. 1.1 away is LLB, 1.1 away is Z Grizzly. They are tied. They are tied. Find a V again would have taken this one too, but has already won. 1.1 away each. What guesses? Perfectly bookending the correct guess there. Z Grizzly and LLB. All right. Before we head to the pitching section, after the batting section, Good Opinion Haver moves up to 4. Flash moves up to 3. Z Grizzly moves up to 11. I think Z Grizzly may have clinched it. Yeah, I think Z Grizzly's clinched it. But let's score these out and see how the rest of the folks do. Strikeouts thrown, 280 by Balderrama. 280. 276 by Nerd of Anarchy. Great guess there. Best ERA with at least 100 innings pitched. 2.09 by Villa Lobos. 2.09. I think I can count this, right? 209. Can everyone agree that that's pretty clearly 2.09? Okay, Nerd of Anarchy agrees. It's like with the batting averages, no one puts the decimal. I mean, I would like to see the decimal here, but I think we can all agree that's a typo of some sort. Especially when it's spot on. 2.09 is amazing. Whip 0.89. I mean, it's already clinched too, so let's go ahead and give credit where credit. So that's a great guess. 0.89. Amazing guess by Nerd Reggie. 0.02 away. Also, two guesses are only 0.03 away. So T Davis and LLB 0.01 away. Nerd of Anarchy though 0.02 away. What amazing guesses. 0.89 answer, 0.87 and 3.92. Flying W was also right there. Amazing. All right, best pitcher war, Balderrama, the Cy Young winner, 8.1. 8.1. Again, 0.4 away by both Good Opinion Haver and LLB. Bracketing the right answer. Great guesses. Okay, Good Opinion Haver moves up to 5. Nerd of Anarchy to 3. Flash with 3. Z Grizzly stays at 11. T Davis with 4. And LLB with 5. And look, that's a low stakes way for me to remind everybody, please be careful with your decimals. That one, it was, I think, pretty obvious, and also, Zegers had already clinched, but make it easier on me, and please remember your decimals, everybody. But yeah, first place to Flying WE, who not only got the upfront section, but was getting would have gotten tons of points in the back end here too. And then Z Grizzly, even without the 3-point bonus, would have won this pretty handily. So great job guessing, everybody, and tons of really spot-on guesses by the community here. But of course, biggest thanks to Paul Sporer. Really fun run, amazing players, incredible bench level starting pitcher selection. I know you're not up late enough to watch most of the streams, but if you would watch more, you would know what bench level starting pitchers usually look like, and you had 2 studs at bench level starting pitcher. Unbelievable performances from them. So thank you for being here. And like I said, really fun hearing you talk through your choices. Like, what a way to kind of learn how a baseball mind thinks through some of these decisions. Really great time. All right, let's find somewhere to raid into. Also later tonight we have is it low ball or dead ball? We have, I'm looking at the wrong month. Later tonight we have dead ball creator roster with Nerd of Anarchy. And tomorrow we'll have Flying WB, I believe, playing Studs and Duds, but I might be wrong on that. And then Zegers, you got to decide pretty soon what you want to play on Sunday night. And if you've already told me in Discord, I apologize. I haven't put it on the calendar yet. But it should be a fun bunch of runs here. And on Tuesday, what I'm going to do is, we did that low war season roster that won 11 games in 2025. I'm going to try to pick 6. I'm going to do historic studs and duds. I want to pick 6 historic players to add to that team and try to take them to the playoffs. Now, based on how people have been playing studs and duds, it's been wild. Do I go 6 batters? Do I go 6 pitchers? Do I go old school and split them up? I don't know. But if I go 6 bats, it's going to be a fun 6 bats. So I think this Tuesday will be a really fun one. And if people like it, I'm open to opening that up as a community game. The rules will be pretty simple, right? Just pick 6 historic player seasons, and try to take that 11-win team to the playoffs. How good can you pick your studs to be? But yeah, I think if it works, it'll be a really fun community game. Nerdaraki already claiming another game. Something to look forward to. Just message me on Discord, Nerdaraki, and we'll get that scheduled for you. Or we can also discuss it. Oh, you want to sign up for that game? It doesn't exist yet. Well, let's see how Tuesday goes first. Let's see. But yeah, I'm definitely open to letting people play that. We could potentially make it a leaderboard game as well. But yeah, let's see how it goes. There's a lot less RNG involved, so it might be fun. All right, let's see. Who are we going to raid into? Let me see. Who else is streaming OOTP right now? That's usually the first consideration. I don't see any of the affiliates on here. No one I'm subscribed to or following. So do we do an early raid to Midnight Sumo? Oh, no, wait a second. Real Teddy O is streaming. Oh, Find MV also. Oh, wait, is this for Saturday, Find MV, or is this another one? I'm a little behind on my bookkeeping. LD, I will give you scriptures as we raid out. But let's raid. This is great. Real Teddy O, not an affiliate, I don't think, but is streaming. So let's go ahead and give Real Teddy O a raid. Oh, this should be fun. Real Teddy O, really active member of the community. Very good perfect team player. Super fun in Canva streams every Sunday. So it should be a good time. And again, come back and join us at 10 p.m. Pacific time. I think Ezra is not streaming tonight, so there will be probably a break in the raid train. So you'll have to come find us separately. But see you tonight. Yeah, LB, I will see you later. Nervanki, we will see you for your dead ball run. And yeah, thanks everyone for being here, and thanks to Dr. Dynastic for the raid, also Hollywood Ty for the raid, and of course Paul Sporer for being our contestant in the super fun run tonight.